say I use the word majority.
I had a general election kwantokabem. Maybe the ma men kan say me bufu no. Election.
The IGP one of the seniors one of the president.
Commander ya be fa ne ko ye as we regional office. Ada na besi na omo di nsem na camera chi omo yankan obi asa.
That's the point I'm making.
Na commander ne be pam.
That's the point I'm making.
And the uncle fee. Some of this support na me support.
Some of this too.
Now person maintain no, but anya adwuma.
Oda can say e be yin di o.
Na anya adwuma.
Orange ne moto ba kokko be yin.
Na anya adwuma. So ni ya gi prosini to se ma prosini attack nipa. Obi ka se prosini nkobo obi ana but other jurisdiction ko se Ghana for ye obi tumi police ni sa. Ni nyina ye wo instruction wo de aba ye tu prosini cha ni ye pipe prosini aso. Na fa na ye ne sa. No wajojo ho police ni media ntam beginning ni say na net ye. And I want to process assembly. Also say oh please.
Or guide information.
Please. And
please say leadership star. If you decide you can decide. Leadership star. Invite in so many different ways. Where they are. No, I'm the in the eye of the public.
Feedback about
Carbon change. Then get for them come on and ask them about IGP's performance. I'm telling you, over 8/10. In the police, I know for a fact. Say no one nyage because or selecting the packet to handle the Ghana Police Service. If I the whole Ghana, it makes me like I say under IGP, that by not police from here by 50 to 55 pay. Across board. No, it's not because the relationships within the administration may have a problem. But however, in terms of the competencies at providing security, I think they did great. My point, you know. I think they did great. It's in the police for
pulling it out. Pull out, Amano.
I think so. I mean, say a tradition. A tradition. And I know. And now I do one of the senior commanders, or see they will lead a delegation to go and thank John Mahama for sacking the IGP. Or Mambe Swam or John Mahama.
Kwesi officers pension.
So that is it for you. This morning. I'll pay. What charge?
Beginning now, me supporting it, but I query you know.
But in fact, I'll do this. I'll do this litmus test so going forward. But anyway, a message of motivation this morning, which is always brought to you by Bosheba Electricals. Kofi Annan, another pay. Or say and can't say to live is to choose, but to choose well, you must know who you are and what you stand for, where you want to go, and why you want to get there. You can say to live, of course, is a choice that you must make, but of course, if you are making that choice, you must first know who you are and what you stand for. I mean, your principles, where you want to go, and the reason for where you are going and where you want to get to. What kind of another opinion?
Yera Kofi Annan ni din na oye Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan oye Ghanaian diplomat or serve ya be 7th Secretary General of the United Nations from 1997 EBC 2006. Na UN hono na oye recipient 2001 Nobel Peace Prize ekwoninchen enam na kanie ni leadership we asemi aye kan na de nkomo ni Kofi Annan asemi ehia papa na papa yi ewu 2018 18th August 2018 ewo Ben ewo Switzerland na yera Kofi Annan na sama o kana no pay I was say sa wo betena se ana wo benya nkwa no ewo wa wo Nenso se wobetimi afa na wafa ne yi a wo se wuhunu nipa a wo ye ene ade kropoten wo pesa wo ye ene baabi a wafa se wo pesa wo kɔ no die ntia sa wo pesa wo kɔ ho bibi a ye bia no botaye bintia bibi a ye bia botaye bintia untimi nsɔre prekope tena ya betena ha yi obibi nti ne aba ha nya se ye fi ya na ye mpa so na enye ye de enti ne ya sɔre de aba ha bibi wo ho a ye ba ne abaye enu nti ade a chewe hunu nipa wo ye hunu ade a opese wo ye hunu ba bi a opese wo kɔ ne mfa so pa e be firi mu aba wo ye ne saa no adwuma ne be ye mmere de ama wo number 1 ne etoso mi no no wo be ye wie no na wa ye with a purpose se botaye bi gina ho wo ye na ya wo ye ne kwa results kura number 1 wan hwe wunya ena number 2 beba so a wunhunu de wo de be ye na emu se botaye ni si wani so se ABC ena me pese me achieve a wo be work towards ABC na wa yero ho aye no wa ye ni ye na emu wo ye ne kwa se ade achimi ye nti ne onyame o ma ya kan say wo se onyame ma waduane ade anchim wo se de ye wotan dia ye kan
so ma ndi dia ma ade anchim
o ma wuni dia o ma ade anchim o ma ade achim wa o ma opportunity se fa ye bibi na wo abisa wo ho se de be krona path krona wa choose ese wo be fa no emfaso a de bebre wo ne die nti a ukoye sa de no ye ne sa I think say wo be hu life ani so yie etin say ebi etimi bi sa say life we kwaye de be ye den ebi a won hye den hunu ade cropotin ye say wo ye na emu hu na wo choose a ebetumi aboa.
Is it for another pay? That's our message of motivation. Quickly, we'll mind check you done for the next 24 hours. Ebusia for send advice in the buyer no and a recommendation in the buyer. Greater Accra 24% chance of when you say you are bebo. Yeah, Ashanti region 24% chance of you say you are the bebo because 24% they just say insurance to me because I mean a lower version say come here 50 a team one I go say as a beto as a you are the bebo but 24 they very very low. Then another pay. Mention she say as we begin to go to work and I see you quick juma you quick for me yade no mention say ewianum ebebo. So that is the weather update for the next 24 hours. Ghana you see the no it was for another pay mention holding against the dollar and the other major trading currencies.
Ye sika sem no baby a ejina no e na yetwa ho mfoni di amamo anopa yebusuafo wo hwe ne US dollar na wo de Ghana cedi ne toto ho a chese wo kita $1 bia wo benya 15.5 cedis se wo ko to se wo ko sesan baby atie ejina no pound sterling ne 20 flat euro enam 16.8 inte no kore 17 Canadian dollar 10.7 and Chinese RMB no enso nam 2 cedis ye sika sem baby a ejina eni ye de sika sem ne ho komo ne besi wo na afi ya dane ye ho akwa ba na de Kinielo ewa ha baba isa eluki sporty ene anope
what the wrestler
because no musicians
so okay there's another wrestler na friend Kinielo
yeah oboniti yellow bi ana
they be no they be not at every share yellow we be yellow no beard white bi Kinielo no asabo yellow banana
musu do mu hunu ni pa sa wrestler mu hunu ni pa
ni na ya
ene yellow ba
we can trouble
wrestlers
mu twan trotu
ade a mintimi mintimi hwe 5 minutes kura twade ne ya na no ye me hye
no dey we ntware ka ni na fake
na san krofo ko tweska ko jira
oh of course wrestlers no oh me fake
I see
what are the fake activities is possible
abuso for baba isa ba or the sports fufa Ghana ho ne krofo man so nyina wabo ano de ba yentwa ye ho nkomra.
Awusia anope yamuache na yamuakwa but they do so ya good emunsem breakfast pause. Minister for Youth and Recreation, Sports and Recreation Momo. And I say Youth and Sports Ministry no. We are Sports and Recreation. Honorable Kofi Adams or in some to ja Alpha Ghana ye league no and a choir fast to develop your talent. Ye hunsem ebeba ose broadcasting rights no. I was expanding no details coming up and they are paying. If they didn't come on, Europa League no Manchester United. It's a resource that 4-1. The details everybody and they are paying. I'm qualify Ruben Amorim. Also na Bruno Fernandes. It's a trophies. Manchester United. Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce ain't to be unqualified ahead of Rangers. Name no say Rangers Enra Omamo Hui. I was saying Fenerbahce and I qualify the details. Everybody pay sports lawyer, the only sports lawyer in Ghana sports. Yes, I say the FE minister, Honorable Kofi Adams, sports and recreation minister. Now, I say Ghana young qualify for AFCON 2025. Able to Morocco no chese. Quite fast to develop your talent. Oh, Krumha, Eyare Kakra. I was saying
Ghana's failure to qualify for the 2025 AFCON in Morocco and our inability to send a single boxer to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games should not just be seen as disappointments, but as a signal that our development system needs urgent attention. In boxing, a sport that brought us our first Olympic medal in 1960, we are now struggling to qualify for major tournaments. In football, we have not lifted the AFCON trophy since 1982. A 43-year drought that does not reflect our football potential. Beyond this, our performances at global athletics competition and the Commonwealth Games continue to decline, while other African nations are making strategic progress. This is not a lack of talent. It is a lack of structured investment, proper governance, and sustainable funding. For too long, sports governance in Ghana has been plagued by bureaucratic inefficiencies, funding uncertainties, and overlapping responsibilities. The Sports Act of 2016, Act 934, was designed to provide structure, but there remain gaps in implementation.
Credit to Joyce Sports, almost sports a dialogue no so and honorable sports minister and then semi tuja or twaso we say a local league no Ukraine was broadcasting rights no ye team na fe ye say bibia be koye na sika ebeba e league no.
We are working to expand broadcasting rights for local leagues, encouraging partnership with digital platforms to monetize Ghanaian sports content. In the global sports economy, sports media rights generate over $56 billion annually. A market Ghana can no longer afford to overlook. Our local leagues must become commercially viable, attracting sponsorships, high-quality broadcasts, and packed stadiums. The modernization of sports infrastructure is equally paramount. While the Boteman Sports Complex and upgraded Legon facilities have added to our sports assets, it will interest you to note that only 2 out of 10 planned youth resource centers can be described as completed.
Now, Yansha UEFA Europa League said the results no echo Enra Athletic Club Bilbao at AS Roma Roma Eka Miensa Roma Etimu Bakon Frankfurt Ese Enai Emma Ayas Etimu Bakon Lazio and Victoria Plexen 1-1 3-2 on aggregate and Lazio at the qualifier Olympiacos Eshem Emma Bodo Glimt at the Academy Bakon 4-2 on aggregate Bodo Glimt at the qualifier Lyon Ese Enai FCSB and Timi Ante Ekanabinti Lyon qualifier 7-1 on aggregate Manchester United Ese Enai Emma Real Sociedad Etimo Baku United qualifier Rangers Etifie Emma Fenerbahce Eshomo Eka Mienu on penalties and acquire 3-2 on penalties at Rangers at the qualifier Tottenham Spurs Eshemiensam AZ Akma at the Ekermo Bakon Lazio any Manchester United Lyon Olympic Lyon any Manchester United in the next stage that is quarter finals of the UEFA Europa League Lyon Manchester United first leg Ibetoja France now for return leg Ibetoja England. You have the highlight of the games Enra Itoja.
Really good block in there.
Sports lawyer Nyankopon Boa non krombo pemwa yabeba biem na afi yede today's sports actress na ura sometime otu champon atnase sports lawyer mijemu ama Kwesi Parker Wilson ene sister Akua na anopay Oyerepa breakfast time ya kanyina atwaso
Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV. Makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV. The number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy.
Can end in the pocket of some corrupt leader, or your money can be that money that is used to buy guns.
Ya mama chen ebiom eba obiti Oyerepa breakfast time ejumedi so newspaper review the obonkrat emu pensempensemu ene nkomo ena ye ba bedi medi ede maame efia nyako papa bi mene Kwesi Paka Wilson ena Akua Asieduaa ena ye bedi the obonkrat emu enkomo na ye breninti no taw ye hwe the obonkrat no ya aba no na yetimi ede mu enkomo asamo daily graphic ana yedi edi kan truth and accuracy every day banner headline wo ho de ba mi di kan akọ mi benkum eso Yohonu takes over from Dampare as IGP page 15 emu nsam wo ho anti-Christian tete Yohonu ono na te say de asem de wo asem
efu ye de aso be kwa me ntinya ma bi
edi page 50 wo benya nkyeremu ni nyina emra na ebaye na auditor general's recoveries hits 31.5 million million money transferred to consolidated fund emu enti said the omo say auditor general omo auditing ne ho hyehyɛ na omo timi anya sika ya esom 31.5 million Ghana cedis omo de akoto consolidated fund no ensu emu. Pastor Otabel urges strict law enforcement for national development enti yese ye ma wo man no ye ya hyehyɛ yese ebetimi atumpon de a emra no oman ne mra ne yanhiri mu kete yanyiri mu kete na entumi emwa motivate staff to deliver on mandate GJ nso na ede ema ye ka dia na nsantwofo adwuma yekuo mpanimfo no ne yese ai de yese no yese this akwa yese wabo mu na kire wa do
pepepe ufa birthday fo na wabo mu ni mu ehwam a adon wo bedom a wo ye different na adon mu konso na uko twima ko di gari gu so ai no so ye betete adon ne so
na obehu za na nsana say fifi ebiem na asam kase pa no Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama na de ani mu fe na mampani ensama efa no honini president orders audit of SOEs exercise to block inefficiency and deliver value na eno so eno nti state-owned enterprises no Sagrit ko ka ho ya kan state transport corporation ka ho and ya hanti abanwuma yefo na akoko bode ne keka ho kokwasa na de bia so mo ba aban ka no se de
oboka ye nkare nkyere no
aban ni abia se ya hwehwe mo nwuma mu ye pa kokwasa nwuma na mo ye no na mo nyina mo nan so
enye de be Ghana te se
nti eno mitie no kora wo kwakwa akira se ne ye begubi ebi won so ye be keka abom and then you can hold you the Bama private sectors no so I ho edwuma nti abusafo
no make sure hono na and the IG ni age a obo say
why me mani age o
police for ankasa and within police na menim krofobia menim de ntia o mani age
na no ade da na wo
say you obi ade ankare ho so menim
ade da na wo ade da na wo kwesi mani nyi yo me because Dampare me say menye police ni na emum nkomo aye tete from mo circles mu no de oyema ye hu no enye bone se wo kwesi se wo de kai twam na kwara gina ho no ntumi ntwam a wo besi apake aku fa na twam me nkwara ba de omu enyini kakra no no atimi ko school no eye pa me se wo ba obaye den wo se obi kwam se papa mpa cho fa mi twam ye nyina ye so asesa na etiri ni but obi a woni mandate a wo ye wo wezi wo ho wo ye ja a wo no ye no mate na kire ye behu se wo ye ne o ma bi a obi a woni rules ana mpese me kire na de na ono ne ye no na nya kuma pam se o soma bre ne ho ase me sa na me hu no na nya se o som se me bre me ho ase nti IGP fo e ba ya na o mo nkotokoko mi entwa o mo anya adwuma o mo ye adwuma na de na ono ne ye no me hu ne se o pese dom gi ne tum se
se we di no mo adwuma na mo
efie no kwa na efie nye wo be shine na be ye wadwuma yi afefiri fie
on san to me bi
ya adam okra efiri fie
to me bi o se ensumi fie enkumi fie
nkosuma bonte na omo ano ne omo te ho no enye no omo nye happy with him enu nti na osebo na ba no adwuma panyi bi o ba ye yi ni frɛ adwuma so se won ko fie aida ni sun osofo bi okra ka so won ko transfer ni suban ni asete no ne na safumenti etimi da ni sun na de wo ko ni ye boss ya ko yesa se ye de praye kura wa chi ne nko yi sa na ebeka no de ye asem a ye ni hu danse no no watwa asem na bi na de aya danse ne oye ma mimi se me hu ye especially abato yi achi beginning no said what then one e buy nim say nyoma be ko ye na fe oye ne ho te se be na hotwe nu bi de asa IGP ni Ghana ha na obi a sori ade ope na akoye wo timi ewro wo ka wa fa wa betre no no wo na nkrofo ni police fu e de si na no ware sisi na ye papa de si na ye nte ho asem commander mo ni ama ne ko transfer why na ye sa de na o person di please de wa ba na me de no ni be so e na Mr. Yonu de no ono so mebo na ba so mampani a okọ Akufo Addo yi ni so me deputy IGP e na de wa be confirm no it means oye na adwuma yi afani nyina obi ani eni ne ho asem ka nti yama na yiko ni mampani ehu onimu a odi adwuma na ma no onye na wonya ne din de meka no
Baseman.
I think you should be very careful as a mind. And yeah, the money Ghana for Marco Court. Like
that. Almost think the Supreme Court on stop it. Mahama say
exactly. Say yeah. And not just the IGP, but security couples. So window retirement age. So now.
Because it's all very tight.
It's all very tight, and Sunday you will give you. Because I'm normal. A bad a crack way says I'm a crack way.
Just about somebody.
About Sabia, I did not so. It's a history down. I mean, it's there since 2000 down. Also, and Mestre.
It's about the Mama.
Of course, exactly. And nothing out Kaya Dampari at the point. A police from the Bishop say, and you remember Alex Mensah?
Yeah, George.
The man Dampari is working against the interests of MPP. Dominion Firo. Emani can say Dampari ye IGP na ko election na MPP don't lose. You remember? Exactly. But you see, so Obel lose. May I have said, and I maintain my position, sir. Internally within the police service, was we a leader who should external and internal affairs. Internal media, now more from it didn't way up.
A Juma
for motion. And then I was sorry.
Transfer on farm Krebi and we promote you more. And you see, in the security, seniority is very important. And you say, me, my bus service move for 15-20 years. That mean junior officer, my bomb 7, 8, 10 years.
I feel that
boss. Me too. Exactly. You know, these were some of the key things that meaning the reasons for doing that, but these were the key reasons here. Because almost say the police warfare.
That's what become
the police warfare. Me police is all warfare. You're not looking at my welfare. They're not there. I'm saying we have 2 at 10. We need a police force. I mean, that would be a police force. And I know I joke. As in the information, a senior police commander.
It was that the American confirm
a senior police commander called me. Let me catch it.
So many are German.
Say, on the court of Mama.
All over.
I could that Mama.
Jubilate. Almost Independence Day. Why you Makuma Swadiama?
Why you Makuma Swadiama? And the Dampari, it teacher police for a foundation. So they are happy about it.
Be me or men and I want to be will be a better.
Exactly. That's what they are saying. But you see, but on the flip side, on the flip side, a bundle. In fact, police visibility in terms of Dampari's era was super. You can say police visibility here. So the police for the room.
Yeah.
I look just say Ofabun police. And look at the Macabafo. So in that regard, he will provided the security of the state as an IGP. He did well. So for
no, yeah.
So what are and some of them were using very, do I say skillful way? You know how do exactly. They're using very skillful ways to still do the thing that they were doing. If you can't throw challenge to him, say, what's in Machino? You get it, but you see, the position was clear at the time. Say, oh yes, Anna, okay. Also, I go care about chief imam. The next day, I go question aside.
On the fear
the next day, he said that way I can do some of these
money. Someone will see someone. Exactly.
In election, Okasa Pakabe winning. Maybe call for an I already say, oh, and I'm just software canteen. Marine, so that was his position on the matter. So I don't understand
criticism.
You see, you can't arrest people in mass and block. So I'm not gonna force some person. Nobody can do it. Exactly. I know there. On the flip side about the security work in there. I think he did well. Or see was and for me or the police and break for he brought policing to the doors of the people. Need school for didn't come on what is the market on the money didn't come on to understand them. I think it was a good leadership. But me fear honor. I want a problem no. In general, that by you with
Where be a police boutique in
54 years.
Now some police headquarters
police TV.
Police boutique or boutique or headquarters who.
No, dear man.
And your woman in shoe, member shoe, apart from an ono, one your mouth part quality.
Who's your money that you cook
beautiful police headquarters anymore.
Share the renovation of the headquarters.
Come up,
so you see, the man in terms of the public service or like the outside police, it was doing well, but if you know, I say, what new way anything, no fee.
We show up.
No, we show up. We show fee.
Exactly. Was a pack of you. Exactly. And no crowd or Yama.
It's a what year? 1 year. Then we see your state-owned enterprise.
And I'm going to the Ghana to say.
President.
And I don't pay president one and not the buy and on here.
Interview.
Yeah, interview so far the interview. Yes, this would be the president. I can. I think many president are doing. Kwesi, you're quite do my work. You're quite do my work. Ghana, you're quite do my near Debia the Canabefi. If you answer Bank of Ghana for pay bailout, you're quite do my near the Cabe. 15 sector be I a mocker.
You see,
so now my phone to the equation.
Are they?
Me didn't know in the sense that, and no, Kasano. Now I was expecting him to say, yes, I fast salary allowance no more.
Almost slash it.
Okay, go on to so.
Me didn't know where I was at.
Because
you see, I'm not for this salary, sir. Company in a butter, and people are getting outrageous salaries.
On Timu Didi,
outrageous.
Do many good.
Just say, what do you count? Company in and PBC.
Produced by
Ghana, and go patrol. But go and see the salaries and allowances that people are taking. Football and Nakufado, a book.
Cocoa Kaya, so many can
Go and see the salaries people are getting there.
Meanwhile, be a Jumahan and San
CG. Go and see the salaries people are getting there.
What?
So why? What are you telling me? The Uber Magic, Uber Private. See, on the salary, so you know KPI. Your job performance and our salary. Who deliver? But it has. When deliver? Many ready. From the Casa say, see, wait, a Casa. I am confident in my heart to say, I deal with our king. 1 year down the line.
Oh, sir. Oh, Kwesi, be another change.
Yeah,
one can about Sikasam Nadia. Medina Hoya.
Maybe I know the battery.
If I want to under MPP. You're talking about administration. All the same here. No. There is these are new CEOs of Baba. These are new CEOs of Baba. Almost one of them exactly. And they have to finance the party. I know. Under MPP, the CEOs every month were not giving less than 10,000 to the party.
There was so do 10,000, not
less than. So Oya Bonia or Boka over there.
And yes, I cannot move the boy.
Exactly. We see CEOs of MPP CEOs. I know that every month they are paying no less than 10,000 Ghana cedis to the party. It's very like I say.
Young for the Bocata, you do Embrana. Ghanaian Times, any day to us so the most favorite newspaper and yeah they trust on that say they are very authoritative abusua for asam no den yes we comment if you do what the mamen can we na climate crisis in northern Ghana 2.6 million people to migrate to south by 2050 if temperature trend continues. Research abina ISR research no the about ko page 12 abenya asam ni mu nchemu nyina said they fi wi mu hye no
we already know that
I want to pay wo until 2050 by 2050 yes nipa be 2.6 million you be fi mentifedo aba atoye FM hanom
na sanso dia de e kombeba because farming activities do na honom ni free
and minority urges IMF to scrutinize 2025 budget. The IMF for some of them when mundo so budget no ehwemu ye fe na SOEs no enso mampani o kan wa sabna no wa anti yamonta we pledged full implementation of National Education Forum recommendations in the forum na course no manfa dwenche no mo de baye we pusi obehwe ese ye de baye adwuma ni nyina
okay. Vipu dear no so no so education is still dear fan wo mesua ho de. Ehia no na man bia so begina ne na so yi a na ehwo mesua edi mu akoten kese nti ensusu ye na aba ni nyina mje de sempanyimfo behwem no mo de akwadwentwenem ne be ya ma man no mo nye na Ghana ye education no ye de aye back and forth ache too much. Regime bia be ba ne change a wo be ye wo reforms ba me say between 10 and 12 years. Sana hihye mu na etie ba ye de ne de back and forth we de ko ha no we de to ha no esa na mofra no kure kusku no my confused me say I can tell you say parents are omoma e call free SHS bi no e mofra na enim school ni mu chen yen aye nkwara ne boy because yen time mu an ye ko secondary school na yen high school no o ma kwan da kwa ye be school we da ye de be ko akwama da ye be school no unim da ye de be ko akwama enso ene utimo ayese monko ye be school 2 weeks ye say promote mu ene sa na o meni nyina me se ni nyina ebeba hihye yi
so English country ye promote
o mo be school November no December no mo call form 3
o mo call no crew
Kwesi ade o refi
they be say o complete term na o complete term
na ya mo kwa intro for 2 weeks na no be school akoye den Kwesi
ultimate kwa 2 months better for 3 4
na ama akasa na ewo senior high ho hihye na doso yenye made no mfa na enye fine na ye nyina ye nya so mfaso eso yi sasem de me say me belabor the point ye de hunkomo e na me ne Ghana te say so e na migration ne so no ade ne kura fi ase dada e so hwe nipa tu kwan pa ba down south ha omo be pe adwuma eni ho adwuma ne ni ho eno na ka ho ano pe ya afi e ko 7 aboyi fa waye ki kwan so e wa aso ase ya na hwem enipa free aboabo side e ba towards krom omo so pan ya ye bepe kaya adwuma e de asoa ade san akokiditi apampa so ne ko yenkrofo a woni baabi da obo okra wa wo baabi ketwa no de baabi ne da wom entontom na mema ni bi take advantage of a man no na ebi tu bi mu na e wo hono ni nyina ya de a pepepe ni nyina ya de emoa na me de baabi a me hwe ye food insecurity e bebem because northern Ghana no ya Ghana food basket ni ane ye bro nkatie atoko sorghum any millet ne ba ku de say nkuya ye de sere nkuto any sa no mani nyina ye de fermentif na eba na se nipa dodo we be free wa ba de ene ye kom no e be ye ni bra chen ye de ye experience ni se ya ye se dokono bo aye de no ye fa nkwa dwendwen mu na ye nye bibi mfa ho ye de etia ye won na bantem the next asema ye can be the next 35 years 25 years e be do na bia ye abobom merewa na emu ye ma no ne ye nananom na ebeba no na chese omo enti ye fa nkwa dwendwen mu na research and media ba ene we can do something about it.
Yeah, but climate change is a very serious matter. I'm saying Ghana for young TSC, and I know say abino normally it's a general party no shas over planting trees are even no shas over It's a measure.
Green Ghana no.
Green Ghana. It is a measure to mitigate climate change, and we share a year the northern part of the country now. One, because of economic activities, they're all low, you know. Already they are coming to the south. And I think climate change is about the count. Climate change is the reason that there were excessive weather conditions. In Tennessee, you are a bapa. You should not try a topa. If I'm a fa, that is climate change. And people don't seem to understand it. me ma cannot be comment that metako if you are no ball ba the climate change abede na we are nan ebon ombebre that is why
I want my show.
Exactly, and then heat is about that's the excessive weather condition I can once a minute. I want to be bapa, heat bapa.
What's the condition?
Kwesi,
what the task of class
now who needs a card better conditioner?
Of course.
So who's Remugana? Now who needs a card better is Albert.
A queer condition, the question is I would turn out them. I hope you have on so she did.
You're right. It's a mess 724. Research the adding knowledge to what we already know. It's in the knowledge in our basis here. Woman find juma. Not quickly any intervention you see here to make sure someone Muslim or more Tom in the moment because 2050 there about 25 26 years away from now. So if you're able to do something now, at least we think I'm a migration no because what it means is that farming activities in Ebeko from Omunye comes to the back. So climate change has a very severe impact. Yes, I had to Galamsey. So you can imagine it's the best simple before. The environmental minister, the new one, Mutala Mohammed, so far researching and Yejuma. Now on a whole of and you see, you know the funny thing. I'm a fisherman. No, I'm a quite kind of queer. No matter. No matter. I'm a command and go one for. Yes, so crying. I'm a no matter. I'll go the MP or I'll go minister. No, I'll go vote. Okay, campaign. Me free me winti. Ebusia for e ha na brebe ma kwan ama ye de obokrata emu pense emu no esi. Na happy birthday kwa ma Mrs. Akua Afo. We hairdresser wo ejeso krapa. Ukuru Mr. Afo and say yemi show happy birthday. Is the will be. Fia me bi. Ebusia for ye gina so the newspaper review na bere e na ama ye de esi ha. Me din e de mame efia nyako papa bi ye da won say e mamumu enehwe. Ebusiafo ya mamu nyina ache eda mase sefidie no da so a eda ha Oyerepa TV suni na enega na te sen ye tam ye mfidie dia kosima mpani atena ye ene se mampani John Dramani Mahama ba ye enche bia de babusumi mienu ene kakra nie na wahia mpanyimfo a ono ayi wo mo ede omatoto oman na dwuma ahodo nyina no ye ka state owned enterprises a wode oman na nyuma hye omunsa ebi ekoko board ebi daily graphic mo ebi GBC ebi state transport ene oman adwuma you can think of na wahia mu mpanyimfo ama ode atodwa se oba ye no nkrata mu no enoma enkoyi abanyuma ni bi wo ho a exist e wo ho a edi ne da so nanso performance bie ni ho a yekoso e wo nyuma ni mu na nkampese ya adwuma no ateka na ye de mfaso abafie enu nto ne mpanimfo atena asese obi a ye de adwuma ni bi ahye wonsa ya wuntimi nye na wonye ne yie no ye beje firi nsem ananso ye begu no na ye de bi akobubu binom na ayemu aba ko ne ye feminist bi adwuma bi ye hyase na se PBC ni koko board a munyina akoko ho adwuma na moye ye beka bom na ba akoko na chese ba akoko se de be ya ye betimi akate cost ye de betete eka so na o se State Interest and Governance Authority SIGA no ya we na president Asia mpanyimfo ya woni omunyina atudwa se ono ba wa be opese obe transform Ghana nti wo a wo mo ano no kwan ne wanim tutuso na ekọ wanim ente sanso a wo bọ mo kokọ se obi a wo bayi ye ne o ma bi enye no adwuma no obeje afiru nsem
Kamia say Juma Hodio Bia ye Ed Pen Fasono, and Yumakua would do a year, my Ghana, dear, and Tessa, Afibia, the move for the Duana, a deca, a brew, my year, do be just a bankrupt of Pebscabi Edikushim, and no Akamu be a Magana Mampany, John Dramani Mahama, Eddie Ababa to say, Afidi, Nadia Becon Sacra, or Mampany Mahama and Casimu, a brew cushy and penny for or da, a buying Numa Anno, and our day to Nim say, a brass was a Benjamin Subitimi a year, a Juma, no a pen Faso, or Mampany to us which me say, Kamia say, Sandy McQuay, Nipa would do or down on it. Me now, who say Tam na, a Dumana Aboka, and no moon on Penichum say, a bread dear media. See a shady McQuay, Sabia went to me new Jumana, Senior Center and Farm Fasom, my dear, Ebia, Bema, Uncle Cred, and Sika Bishum, and I simple crana. But to me, who say, Sergio McQuay, in New Okra, Ebim.
This morning's activity is not just a forum for discussion, but a decisive call to action, demanding bold leadership, accountability, and an unwavering commitment to excellence from you as chief executives of state-owned enterprises. This meeting reaffirms my commitment to the promise of a shake-up of all loss-making SOEs and realigning them to break even and transition into profit-making. As you have all noted, my 2024 campaign promises and the 120-day social contract with the good people of Ghana were not mere rhetoric. The 2023 State Ownership Report produced by the State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA, reveals the inefficiencies affecting many of our SOEs. And this demands that we act with conviction and courage to tackle the systemic challenges confronting these enterprises. Many of our specified entities have operated inefficiently for far too long. They've been burdened by waste, underperformance, conflict of interest, and a complete detachment from national interest. Many of our SOEs have been used as mere instruments for generating personal wealth for persons appointed to positions within the entity. And who are the ones responsible for this situation? It's the chief executives, the management, and the management boards of these enterprises. Some of these enterprises have become perennial loss makers, draining public funds with bloated budgets, unjustified allowances and perks, and unnecessary expenditures, while relying on government bailouts as if they were entitled to them. Indeed, many of your entities are at their lowest point in the entire history of the Fourth Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the era of impunity, mediocrity, and financial recklessness must end. It's not going to be business as usual. We are going to reset your entities. The Ghanaian people have entrusted me with the responsibility of resetting our nation and our economy, and I don't intend to betray that trust. My administration's first 120 days has set the foundation for a new era of governance, anchored on efficiency, integrity, and tangible results. In fulfillment of this social contract, we have implemented a lean government as promised, confirmed a complete list of cabinet ministers within the 14 days promised, and will soon publish a strict code of conduct for all public officials. As I said yesterday, you are among the category of public officers obliged to declare your assets upon assuming office, and also upon leaving office. A lot of your predecessors have failed to declare their assets, including ministers and CEOs who have left, and so the Auditor General must follow them and get them to comply. The Director General of SIGA will ensure that you all comply with your assets declarations. The Auditor General will submit a list of those who have complied by an agreed cut-off date, and those who fail to comply would be sanctioned, including possible removal from office. My vision for reform is clear, anchored on performance, accountability, and national interest. Under my leadership, specified entities will be transformed into engines of growth, aligning with our goal of a 24-hour economy that expands job opportunities and drives industrialization. At the center of this transformation is SIGA, which will evolve from a passive observer into an empowered enforcer of national interest. SIGA will act as a command center and be equipped with executive authority to 1. Negotiate and enforce performance contracts with heads of entities. 2. Conduct regular in-depth assessment of SOE finances, ensuring transparency and exposing mismanagement. 3. Issue binding directives, implement compliance mechanisms, and intervene directly in underperforming entities. 4. Commission independent audits to identify inefficiencies and financial leakages. And 5. Set and monitor performance metrics with tangible consequences for non-performance. Loss-making SOEs will no longer be tolerated. They will be swiftly reformed, they will be merged, privatized, or shut down. And procurement fraud and financial mismanagement will be prosecuted strictly, and boards that rubber stamp poor decisions will be replaced. The practice also of, in a few cases, using entity resources and funds to indemnify board members from accountability must cease immediately. SOEs must deliver strategic value, particularly in energy, transport, manufacturing, agriculture, and finance, to support Ghana's industrialization and the 24-hour economy initiative. Entities like the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, the Ghana Grid Company, Ghana Water Company, Ghana Cocoa Board, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Metro Mass Transit, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Agricultural Development Bank, National Investment Bank, and Telecom SOEs must play pivotal roles in ensuring that the people of Ghana have stable electricity, water supply, production efficiency, transportation, digital banking, and a cashless economy that operates 24/7. Additionally, our SOEs must be at the forefront of Ghana's economic transformation. They must play a vital role in implementing our administration's key initiatives, and these include the 24-hour economy policy to stimulate job creation, enhance industrial productivity, and optimize national.
Omaisana hene Dr. Kwesi atoforcing kasai wujumedi na siche mi se asema mampani kano sa pepepe na etia ohwe nwumaku ahodoa e kanko a na odebre oman de dimutintimai pa Electricity Company Limited of Ghana and Cocoa Board gihok nyina esabo oman ka osuafo ewie ni se wa fe 2024 no maku miensa pe enetimi ye adwuma enya mfaso edi sika ema oman na se nwumaku no TBC Ghana Limited, State Housing Company Limited, and Ghana Rail.
This meeting could not come at a better time than this. In fact, it has followed two important meetings of state. The first is the National Economic Dialogue, and the second is the National Budget. Your Excellency, our state-owned enterprises are going through very difficult times. Times that profitability has eluded almost all of them. Mr. President, some specific numbers that we've seen so far indicate, for example, that the Electricity Company of Ghana, for example, has recorded consistent losses from the year 2021. In the year 2021, they made a loss of 1.46 billion Ghana cedis. 2022, 8 billion Ghana cedis. 2023, 5.96 billion Ghana cedis. The Ghana Grid Company made a loss of 93.5 million Ghana cedis in 2022, 8.6 million Ghana cedis in 2023. Gihok Distilleries reported a loss of 25.1 million Ghana cedis in 2022 and 25.5 million Ghana cedis in 2023. Mr. President, this one surprises me. Even the alcohol making company is making losses. Graphic Communication Group also saw a consecutive losses of 3 million Ghana cedis in 2021, 4.4 million Ghana cedis in 2022, and 15.1 million in the year 2023. The Ghana Cocoa Board, the largest loss-making company, also saw 2.4 billion Ghana cedis loss in 2021 and 3.8 billion Ghana cedis in the year 2023. To put these figures in perspective, in the year 2018, only 2 state-owned companies, state-owned enterprises made some profit or paid dividends. Your Excellency, they are the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority and the Ghana Reinsurance Company. In the year 2019, this number increased from 2 in 2018 to 3. The GPHA, Ghana.
Abusuafo nhyiamu ekọ so amampani frɛ na ban mu enwuma hodo mu empanyimfo ene omo ye na oka na dwen de kyerɛ omo sɛ obi a wa mo homɔden no obeyi wadwuma no afiri wo nsɛm ananso sɛ obɛka bi kura bobom na kyerɛ sɛ obɛkɔkɔtena fi na wei challenge kɛse a ɔde ama wo mo ye nyina ye behu na Ghana fo bebre wadwene sɛ ban adwuma ye ntam nsoa na emo ye twene fam ye didi ho wona wo befiri wo fie na wo bɛyɛ ban adwuma yie nanso sankrankra na wo keka saa no ene ye suban a ye da na di wa ban adwuma mu na ka ho ne ma aban adwuma nyina egu finance minister yi ka sɛ wo kan asɛm bi ɛsɛ obi aboka adwuma no almost obi akwa a wo de ka ne ba fie mpo woni ye nsa ebetia ba sɛ nipa na egya nsa ne no mu ananso sɛ the type of nsa company kro no ye no ɛna ɛboka nanso wo ka ma akwa akosi sɛ ba bi ɛdɔm no kro na nipa dodo na ani gye ho no ene ye hɔ agigu enti Ghana for yema ye nimra ye ho so na amaya hodo mu entete ya ye de ma wo omanfo ma wo dwene wo man ho ma bibi ni a wo yem hyehye wo ma wo man no ene bibi abeya ankorankore e wo man ni mu obi kutaban adwuma na adwenya ne so okopɛ sika de abefie adani business said de Kwesi ka ye no wo tue bi ma ne party no anso tue bi gu ne botom eno na ya twe aban adwuma se ya de besi na enam so ma ban adwuma ne bebre egu ho fude unhunu ne se ewo ho adin na ewo ho ekwa nanso wo ntimi nya hwe emfa so papa bi amafi se sa nnwuma nyina timi gyina ne na so na omo hyehye ne omo yie na omo yie adwuma de mfa so ba ade ne ntumi mie mu na mabu ne yewie school titifie ye ntimi mfa bi na wo mo so nkoye adwuma na emom de wa uti be yie aban bebo wudin no ukwa no akotwe bia de gu botom obesisi adan no atoto ka asakese na no fie fo ayeye se tam na oman no eboka mampani no etumi crack the whip na sama wakan Kwesi de oso wanyini ni ba me de yema ne benefit of the doubt na yenya no mane nya adwuma no na yema ne ho ba afimfie mienu na bibi wo ho no betimi aya onye na nyame anim no kure ne ye age ono kwa de ama ye ho e wa ban nwuma mu ankrankra bi adwuma na ni ku ho ehwe so obeye no aye ne yi ama adwuma na tena se na ache adwuma bi ho ahwe busua emfie wo ha ene akire enso da so gina ne na so enso aban nwuma no de bia ye ti bi ka ho dodo de bia ideas foforo ba me ye de ye adwuma nanso ye hunu de ekosie mama ye ni nkoso na ye nyire ye ho nyane nye ne yi na ye ye ne saa ebeboa enye saa ne ye ye ne se ya sa de ye koni ya ebedu baabi no Ghana fo maburu nyina betu oman ne mu na wo makope baabi foforo atena esan se komo hwe eya woda sori na wani na hwe so wo kwa adwuma na sika kura na wo botom a wonim se wo kwa aboso me so agya ye betua wo bibi kakra ma wo so anya bi ana wo koton ade bi mpo a menya me ka sika nkwa na me kotena dwomu a ye beba beto bi ama me de atodokunu bi adi na mo woda sori na ni da so bi ani baabi na wo maame emu ka ase wo onu aduane bi nti bi nsi ho ma wo akofa di a abrabo ede papa say ye chichiro man no ne de agyanchirima na ya resa Ghana man be fa ne ntoma pefra de mampani ya na wotu wana mo no de ho kokobọ warning e de ama aban adwumayefo no omo fa ne serious na ye wa chire nso a ya fa ye nwuma nim no ye de suban padi ne gya ya koro no sam ene awiewia ne enoma ensem fata ye ya egu aban nwuma ebeye yi so ye koso ne ye ni say dia ene na we should forget it ebusuafo me de mu besia me de makama dwen de aka ne se yen a ye adwuma no ye ni bekoso na ye be ye ni yi me de Akua Asieduaa me de mu si am sorry ama ye the health and lifestyle abeto am so Christ asum dwen kamu nyina.
Emamuache midin edi PSA ladi ya the health and lifestyle eba eye Friday TGIF yes assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullah ta'ala wa barakatuh barakada juma yenu nkremofo amohwe no nyame enhiramo anopai janom ekronom memanom wofanom nananom anopai bekasa afa prostate cancer ehun edie na de ba edie na be mo wanya bie edie na se unya bia wobeti wo widie mu oni padua no emu ehun komotwetwe ne yebetwetwe na wo se ma yesa kakra fi se yese ewo mayi mu pa eyi ni ti den na yene Mr. Daniel Kobna Okwan or lecturer human anatomist and cell biologist ewo KNUST so na Mr. Michael Ajimai Oben or a research scientist KCCR KNUST yebedi enkomo no afa prostate cancer mbeni for mamu akwaba
yeah no
that's somebody any je be chire so me just say free Mr. Okwan ho no prostate cancer yewo yade ahodo piwo manimo na bi wo ho no ma eyi ni tipi na ho hia se ka ho asemiye menu say prostate no this time sa brain no sa na tia na
pachowan in fact yade a ha meme yi pa na first of all no ne say enu bia buan so obi say wenya prostate if a prostate na yade a ewo meme na ho
okay
akwai to say do that no okay say do that see na ade a yehu ne say wodwunso twa no where is the urinary bladder no ni base na se no ye wasa do that ewo ho na hu say wodwunso twa na ho no so na dwunso droben no so efa na ebe say dwunso droben no efemu a na prostate no so efa ho sa aha enti se ka prostate cancer na akwai to say kokkrama ato prostate ne mu normally nka wo cell bi wo ne say divide a na so omo ho ne omo ho eka ye frade bi contact inhibition na so omo replicate omo say omo divide bi
meiosis and mitosis
yes aha say divide bi na we ni say na yet na say because of kokram na betom ne nti we lose control into divide uncontrollably into omo heti omo ho sa de na che say tumor no afọ na eda so na aha e che no aha enti
tuna prostate no nya ya defise be ma bia wo prostate no
na se kokram no ebetomu a aha e ho na e problem nti wo be hu se we na edem tia na e sane down no ene ye wodwonso droben na adwonso no be femu no na tissue na e wa around wo ho no ene ye prostate tissue na wo ho no enti ne usually ya e be hu ne se sa prostate no yare no usually wo hu symptoms ni ye bebresa aha enti ebe encourage obi say in fact for say obe hu no just say bia why screening no in the initial stage aha yes adia the time obe hu signs and symptoms that is when ade na advance ye pa for cancer no a typhi from outside therefore we do not na fi outside na inside aha if in outside na inside and by the time we do inside na we hu urinary symptoms we dwon so na ade na wo problem no na is ade no advance
and as a cells no in a process cells ni na ho aye awie
aha na is advance pa
and a video no say most commonly diagnosed cancer among men in the US was the second leading cause of cancer related deaths among men in the US an estimated 3 out of 10 men are alive 5 years after diagnosis of advanced prostate cancer. Na say any death sentence na so okay and you na me call Mr. Ajimai so Mr. Ajimai musa statistics available you Ghana hanum na you hu say mema dodo a eta ye wo mo na you hu say de besia kwaye ni mafa
no kwasem ne say prostate yare na di nipa nya pa ye fa wiase fa na nyina about 1.4 million people and other men and in prostate cancer or 2020 statistics World Health Organization by now so ba Ghana hanum dia statistics Ghana service or 2022 no ever there they say enipa more than 2,000 men and in prostate cancer now the whole 7 say more than 1,000 more than half any who say a film I just say hydrogen pa nye wiasa fana nkwa ba Ghana hands prostate cancer no ha mema yi pa
yo na yes your signs and symptoms no said Mr. Okwan kan say you may know unte but ye bibi kitwa bi kra ensi e ma wo hu say me nya prostate cancer yi
anti di o me say so prostate cancer na sha say a signs or symptoms yeah in general Daniel kan ye shim kran say obia be ko hospital near screening and pempi na bra be hu say wa haya oya ti said ye odika boy e kan ye no odun so twa no obenya problem ni say bia odun so a ema wait me gina about 3 minutes now odun so my and as a bra odun so na bambu kra no ekoso ba no bedu ba bia wo senka oja odun so no na still na odun so ne ba e bia ti said ye be ma gina no odun so a ko betima odun so ama odun so na tene say yakono odun so ne ntimi ntene bi afi na say enam be ma no ho say ya na eko and it's signs and symptoms no ebi no na so pempi no ensure abrabo hu say hu sa signs and symptoms na say draw chiri na say late
Mr. Okwan enti at this stage no hope and that's all asana
that's all hope in fact once I be hu sa signs and symptoms na say yare no akwa chiri te say na Michael edin kan na bi okra o ejaculate kra de ne ya odwonso emu ye ne ya odwonso kra bi o ha ne mu je kakra kra ewo ebo ho to me complications bit kra to me eba ho communication be ne say cancer no it me move from the site na e wo no na ko bones mu boan say bones mu ya it me kwa ko do lungs ho na ne yet ne say because of say yare no advance into what happiness say urethra na dwonso dropping na efa prostate ne mu no prostate is ya kase nti emia ekwan na dwonso ese efe mu no nti na ya yehu saa insusuanye yina nti ebe no say boan say wo dwonso twa no so muscle no mu aye de dendin sisi a okide so eno so na produce dwonso yi the basa na there's other issues complications bi a ekoma we kidney obetumi nya acute kidney injury na emom no there's hope e wo hone say den in fact when you yare no usually ya hwe say nye too advanced that early diagnosis no in fact what will happen is with sometimes people you to make sure ukra mpo say because most people omo cancer no and grow quickly sir nti we dey be a friend no active surveillance ya be hwe wa say oh na bi maybe signs and symptoms be a obehwe no you try say be more palliative care na dey manage situation no nti most often no kra na bi o kra mpo a o hia edro in fact studies actually say omo a diagnosis of prostate cancer no nyomo ina no prostate cancer no eku omo but they may die with the prostate cancer. I don't tell prostate cancer ne be kuma to me any adi omo fie na baby mo ho mo de no ye progress advanced stage in the advanced stage na say kwan bi o ha ye fa so say localize just the prostate cancer no prostate no kwan na to kram na to mo dia and I say ye surgery na dey remove e be ho so to me ye radiation therapy bi e dey kum cancer cells no na bi ndro bi a e be ma o se na be ya e be ma o dwonso no wo dwonso a e mu betumi aye free na mo ma de ba ku bi ma e ya de bia no make na say one important thing say cancer na spread ya e wo ndro bi o ha etumi de wo panie se na be ya there will be hormone now prostate gland no e be ma gland into one important hormone I rely on a friend testosterone and be ma hormone testosterone into once a testosterone no e cut no then the cancer cells no only source of nutrition be in the cells almost started about from they don't to me and multiply be bracer and one of the ways are oftentimes for the Ghana has say when you the what do you call it metastatic form as spread the baby ku baby ana yeah the partner say yeah I dey friend bilateral orchidectomy into be remove with testes no yeah be saw so dey no so be brain na mema no so no omo mpese omo bete kra nti yare ne kum omo kra na omo mpese e be so omo because you we say na say this actually we say in fact there's an individual
can you have sex after that
and there be a problem because we libido bibia be ko nti wa kra wunya tenka kra mpo say
you know the gentleman be wo
wo ho de but enye adwuma enye adwuma kra
but you na mo be boss
say na be wa betna ase ye be ye free say na be wa betumi atena ase na wedi wo nkwa yankopon de ama wo no and there's hope pa just that be more hard than advance na say remove tests na eboa wan kasa ma wotena ase no or say yes so nya be ma or be ko and this other
Okay, okay, testosterone. And I'm okay, more body saying.
Testosterone.
Testosterone. Me say year 2020. Okay, we effect our prostate cancer so and the more a draw so a bit me am why prone to getting cancer no na me musa star.
Okay. It depends no ya get aka say cancer any specific cause.
Okay.
This is because bia obia odi aduane we no nya cancer prekope no ya empese be kan sa. If you say if you more better this say no be na kan boom e ma obi nya cancer. The fact prostate cancer e be a risk bit say in fear wadi. If you more than say obi wanya in fear 50 be ma wanya in fear 50 fear aduane de ko anymore no e wo risk so wait manya prostate cancer. And I feel obi so an say na busuam say o papa unia berima na say busuani bi anya bibia na onya prostate cancer no so watch higher chance and say or risk of getting and so higher. Anything be say lifestyle so obi a onom nsa bebre obi or smoky say jot jekeka ho any say you can lifestyle so ebi e waduane die mu ne hu nsem go no ma anajo no odidi nyema be mo aye kese pi ne yempese wo be yesa you mo be daddy says animal we nyina aye linked to getting prostate cancer.
Mr. Okay, never there on the flip side, but minim say kahua. Yes, having regular sex. And also one yet and now how does it affect your prostate? Big member we can see so you one year prostate be hon so be dey you e will link
in fact some commodity dey en komo e tie koso pa me feel say akwa no what say myth bi a e wo ho because cancer no inside can say age one of the risk factors. In fact the reason why age is risk factor they say replication it take place gene expression near and sometimes errors to me okay until with time as you age more of the errors no accumulate so the cumulative effect of the errors no now sometimes some of these cancer situations now by in this age you say for instance non-modifiable in fact you having regular sexual intercourse no it doesn't come in here. It does not come in here. In fact, what we in fact, na bimukra can say staying with one partner and not going to multiple partners. No, away. It doesn't really. Yes, send a be a winner prostate cancer.
Okay.
If you listen, any social and you may be a almost catcher member and send a bear or maybe switching. No, in fact, cancer, dear, say bear. In fact, it's not about you having the regular sexual intercourse. It's about the lifestyle modifications now I can say maybe I will do any D any all those things no enti in fact
consuming no you say obo ha na me wo baby station enti you call back so ko baby onu e kan nanu masam sa baba wa okofa akora keto abi mani komia na yi omia ne distance ne tohwe ne den ma na etutu no twetwe no so wo di agrogoro to press no a obetimi anya prostate cancer na
in fact
if you expose it to young girls
in fact you need proven records by of research cancer na mum no in fact they say once you are massaging the thing no you are stimulating the cells no Leydig cells of the what they call testes so they make a lot of the testosterone.
Okay.
It is always a risk factor there. Now once maybe perhaps cancer cells must start some more back, then we are going to feed them more. So maybe I'll bet to me appropriate no more how yes in fact the key point pa say to send a didn't care cano and you may be a bachelor was a wooyenya at the initial stage. Because if you are wanting a bay inside, we are different from a friend benign prostatic hyperplasia. And they usually feed from the what we call transitional zone, a bang urethra no more. In any way, and often time with time signs and symptoms. No,
free drobeno.
But when the cancer they fee, I wanting a bang droben and see and no chance when who's inside. A once I went who a while say no Johnson their problem. And when just away a prostate cancer. Into the key thing, let's say over nearby health facility be. Now, at least, why test be a friend PSA test?
Okay.
Prostate specific antigen test. Normally, with cells of the prostate, no, all make it. In fact, normal range there is 0 to 4 nanogram per mil. Ghana how come most hospitals are almost found maximum of 6. In terms of bro 6 nanogram per mil. Jobi o ha na de no to make cha boy so obekono. Then the number 5,000 6,000. In fact or even more. Then say cancer no say in fact I spread the patch say eh about say prostate gland no so normally say first we be 30 years we expect say ke bia be 20 grams no obi dey to me kwa na be 200 grams 300 grams they say kese pa in fact nti wunhu susan nti na me ye kire say corner quiet screening test PSA test no nenka hu
regularly
wunhu so the additional test so be a doctor no so be kasa ye be on be test be say DRE digital rectal examination doctor no did it nensa obesha gloves no the GL be afa nensa no wa check how a prostate no esitie na other scans bi so a we take ni x-ray ya check say e bia MRI e say cancer na spread ya na say akwesen
okay meba Minia Michael so na or draw conclusion but jumedie bi o a time no nti
pageanty sorry in fact if any great grace Assemblies of God na celebrate 20th anniversary into so Penny Reverend Dr. Emmanuel Kofiado and Nere Mama Edith Ado in fact na sorry Penny for my share program if a program ne pempen so pa 30th of March how I invite Assemblies of God to pretend and impeni for bebria omoba na mom Saturday we ya no there's going to be a health screening in fact this prostate cancer screening no cry be ho adwuma in fact be take place asori dan ho ebusia kru awugo so essentially your homecoming and say invite obi a wo bruche wo baby a say come and join us so that we celebrate this together.
Oh wow, Gagae.
Watch out.
Thank you. Mr. Ajimai. Okay, so draw conclusion advice to be out of a member chichu. Say man so kan ho fear dey mai na yonko.
Okay. Nti ye ka prostate cancer who say di member nya pa.
Okay.
Na bi e betima ye be boa no. Be kan nya member nkwan na wo so mo ye. Tichu no ye hwe kwan say o say be ma bia wanya mfie 50. No if you do num e de ko bia no afi bia okọ hospital so be check o prostate no na ho odin nti e hye nkran so be choose that bosme ba ko bia obi say afi bia January no obeko hospital akọ check January ne so akọ so be hwe o prostate ho odin ye check ne say hu say unya sinsanso bia na so prostate cancer no ba e be boa me yatimasi ano no wa nya afi so India na oyoba ukunu kranti sa program ye so se bonamane o papa bi wo ho wanya mfie aduonum ele kwachiri bon so mane ne hye ni nkran na obia anko ye screening no prostate cancer test no another screening no enya de a ne bo odin pi ananya de so a ehu pi ye moja ane ye betwe ne da test na fe PSC ndie ka se ye twi moja ye test a on say ade a de bia ye a enye hu Chibise show be an crime. Afi bia onye mfie edu 50 years and above very mad here so call hospital so be check your prostate and holding. Now so say mfie 50 obi a 40 years so obi obusu no onye bidia and say 50 years.
Okay.
Right from 40 years no so call hospital afi bia go check it at least once. Afi bia. Ni so ona uti am so say afi you go check your prostate health ana
Anya na de heavy. Ya da se pa. Enti abusua kruwa day no yes day tin yes eh.
Pacho we ye chine ya about 30th.
Okay.
And ye edwuma no
sponsor pa. Okay, 30th ye be hia wa abusua kruwa. Onyina mo hia ho no mo. Bia ya da se pa. Samobaye Mr. Daniel Kobana Okwan or lecturer human anatomist and cell biologist and Mr. Michael Ajimai Obey research scientist KCCRK and UST ye no mudi nkomo December sign aba beboa we show you so ebiem yeda mo ase Samobaye many thanks for coming me din e de PSC la de change over Kwesi Park will se me take over no de cross over encantadios adios yebeshia
Oyerepa TV the station that makes me feel so happy. Oyerepa TV, the number one. Oyerepa TV, the station that makes me feel so happy. Oyerepa TV, TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The number one. Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The number one. Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so. Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The number one.
Ebusafo yama obibia akwa babiem edeba Oyerepa TV so. Ibe do your OBT agenda. That's Oyerepa breakfast agenda. Because today is a Friday morning, 9 a.m. We need to wrap up now. Make way for entertainment this morning. Now, I don't pay many the member of parliament for our Afano Southwest constituency. Elvis Osei Mensah Dapa. A quick interview on a year 2025 budget. You know, I'll get that to you. A recorded interview. He made point about Dumso and Yadiadi. But Minoka say the Dumso he referenced, oh man, Kansono. Just another last night, some of the can't want seven. I am penny for Akua check a transformer. It's it tells you the impact he's making when it comes to the work he's doing as a member of parliament for Afano Southwest at a Workman Council. So I'll get to that interview shortly. Now, I don't pay Maminfa a big congratulations. And from the Deputy CEO, Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, Yaye All Saints, All Saints Onassis Atipila Rosie. Ona, I am a classmate, and from the entire 2003 year group of St. John's School, El Sekendi, Onassis, I don't pay Yamau a big congratulations. All Saints for you say, Omadawase, of course. Science 2-4, of course, let me put it that way. Science 2-4, Ababio Money, all the other Science 2 boys, including myself and Augustine, our Puanine, all the other colleagues. Omina Emma, a big congratulations. You've made us proud. All Saints is proud of you, St. John's is proud of you, Kenway State is proud of you. Na nebe kan say kwana koye djuma na wo ye no make Ghana proud, make All Saints proud, and make the president proud. It's All Saints Onassis not a pay congratulations to you for being appointed as the deputy CEO Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. Once again, we are wishing you well. I wish you for pay many the MP for Afano Southwest constituency, Elvis said, Miss Adapa, I didn't go on the budget. But your mind. For a finance minister, Kwesi Ato Forson, and Dr. Kwesi Ato Forson, represent the budget, 2025 budget. UTN is for normal budget way, a budget of hope, a budget of Beboa, Ama, and Noma Akui, the amount of mine Ghana. We have COVID living say betting taxes and living in they are making the point of a but on the other side of the coin, NPP4 almost see the budget where they and for hope be and from Ghana for now. Many the member of parliament are from Southwest, everything come on, honorable always say means Dapa. One on the MP, from Southwest, and for those of you who know, you come on council to be in the man council. You see, Meji Honorable, I drink briefly on a course of our parliament. Honorable, let's say, when you're you got the idea. Janadum, so also Yamiadum, Messi Moyapa. Now, Dr. Kwesi Ato Forson, or the budget in a back. They say in some budget, say budget that you say, more the year. Now, what chamber, Uti budget in a kama. For you, whom budget you say?
You mean I didn't come with us na Mafa Kony so at Shiati for a dinner food in a said you work on a no crack and you could PM the Parliament House of Ghana, our only chamber. Bed 12 o'clock noon and no crack said you're not parliamentary no, and I said Parliament in Shanity. Nene it was said for the sum for and finance minister a bit PM our chamber now what the budget review no for the year no ever no question the papa that was the part 1 my penny John Dramani Mahama obey part 1 or don't know castle obey State of Nation address right but anybody wants no manifesto. So no manifesto. I see. Now, honorable Atuba Forcing. Or no senior so be ready budget. But the article be the can. And to also the other friend Ndada budget. To way Ndada budget. Way Ndada budget. A my budget or Ndada budget. Ndada budget. I said, senior Dom Kumane ye who or no the no. Now, when you met share my drink kakra. Meet you. In fact, the course so if you know, you will be it Mr. Kakra, a bisun kakra, a be real ho kakra, it's say Fe na yaji atum se NDC for e wo baabi a ompese o mede o man ye ni kire pa na kire yi. One, minim se constitution no o kan article 179 na emra makwan se in every year at least I was say president edina no asem so wotie papa no kasa na obeka na ensem a woni mampanyini atenase amanate ase no mumienu ana team no board no mienu adwena bam ana omobepu edema Ghana fo nyina ensem ne bi epie mu no in fact to me yemo sheme
I don't tell you sure
fan say ne also watcha lotto for a tax
of course
watcha betting for a tax can be a chair. Open the constituency. I have on the southwest. We live in a farming community.
True.
Sabi, young crowfobi, and I can say, the host was a cha. But would see the will an advert, a course so I want Nada budget. Finance Minister Paso say, dear, young go bet. A more be. Now, we shouldn't forget. Se bronia sha de se oje de yam friend say betting and a bet was made di broni e de akoto mansion betting ba wiase ana Ghana yen chem nipa ba ko pe yes when you see the gallery apartment ana say wato adum dan na even common Benz come down bicycle na motor bicycle
but man for the betting no. Why is it debate the yen yoma?
Do omudi anam ka say yes coming way I am. Dey wadi bia ne wababusia. Ah waton na japade asande akowuram amana yera.
I see.
So at least we shouldn't have encouraged the idea say yeah ma betting tax every ho. Though in a way Ebeka say kakra but the other side
it's for your constituency to be precise, man can so as I know, a farming communities I agree. Do you think that and that you tax in the free or no? In Bebu no more farming, a big jack bet. Is that the point you're making?
Obviously. Don't more na the Mikabako. The auto Nkruma, Makoko General say you tax in the fraud ya o kocha. They say no, Maka say NDC for no encourage say Ghana youth na say yen say yen chato.
Wow.
That is a fact. Mean to me, Casem the same way. See, a buyer, a dominant be dry. Yeah, my friend said most of the youth almost for ye. Send betting cannot do me tribute. In a way, I did be I one. My friend said the advantage and then the disadvantage. But the Oshima and my chacha to and a chacha and Casa Eba from our Ghana. But a nay, or must have been and say, we are babuna and a microphone now go be crabby. Merwafo chese minim age no range amenfa because me hu say NDC for ba be promote chacha your friend gambling and game.
But we work on the flip side we better say your 2024 presidential candidate Dr. Mbawamia also promised to be betting tax in free. It's you're equally going to do the same to be judged.
Okay, it should be hard. Your friend say your massage. Where there was it was she Dr. Baumia said, it was a proverbial statement. So, what you hear? Okay, proverbial
statement. So, we okay,
obey your from we are now in it.
So, we near Bano. This is we near Banadia, was so obey you, we near Bana. That was the point he made.
And do what Cham say, and can own to me a new free honor.
Me say the impact in our cases here is so born na ban. So Bamiana ke president and oyiya the same impact would have been done in your constituency.
And no me tell say sometimes we have political talk.
Okay, it's not a political talk about me.
I said sometimes we have. Me to me. Mamika say me nko mi nyansem kakra. E de ben akwanya and now free say MPP for ni say e dey betwa betting tax. But never see a massage do baby who say bet sem chacha sem free ye entrim Ghana for trim and sana later ye be ye free ho.
I see.
But say na it's on the rampant. I didn't feel na ekoso. And also was say ye free ho. Into with this
be kosromo
nti duano ba be say ye die Ghana maburu no chese ka na be di enu court gina ekowie sika nye dia kotwa ye koye adwuma ni e ba ni yetimi free ni mo bia wo kwota bet ama wo free bet ama ya yire no mesimenya ma mam kasam abranche no o she fiase
wow
and she said there me the metima kan say MDC fuagia tumu say Ghana yensei yenna yensua chachato
nti we na hu say yen dada budget no nti hu say yen dada budget
and dada budget no so ho
ene de yen no
hwe ns wo kai bra finance minister can the budget now do be page 56 me kai pa page 56 so okay I know that be wuram say pese economy no eyeje na wetimi chi dollar no na o man no kikabom na ne ma fade a yensuan say ye be she eniema Ghana for do mo side
of course made in Ghana good so if you dig Ghana bia na be she Ghana
are now telling us to learn how to patronize our locally made goods then leadership by example and not to buy forcing at a even nation o she suit no me ben no media me ben ne mfoni pe na manyi bi obo tai what a spectacle one factory in Ghana I produce spectacle not one hene me busa you produce spectacle Ghana
not that I know of
Mr. Busa question
not that I know of maybe meaning some for your friend but I can't have many information on it many information on
very good the person me can join say friend soro e be sini form including bag now the kuta bag na documents in gum now say Ghana me ben ho ni atwa ho rosary and bromary is in UK
what's the bag that
rosary and bromary
in Ghana me bag not the bag
papa wako land jambo chirmem Oxford Street in so I want to say bag
no but that's serious because it's not parliament now be trying to say me Ghana bag na enye
Ghana for na hu
that's a very serious
suit na no about uncha one factory yes pump suit wo ha e wo Ghana
oh say a man for pump suit
one factory ya pump tire irebo one factory pump tire me person me ko deep uncha one factory ya pump singlet the member underwear na friend singlet no 34 san na kan uncha one factory in Ghana ya pump boxer shorts
now who no boxer shorts
dem me person me kan say adie bia won bia ba kokko no oton no Ghana ha na em say no we fi say page 56 wo try no say or be catch here say we should now show interest in wearing our locally made goods
in time go buy
if you had known that earlier that is it
probably
and so what the na share no
kaftan ti say na me share ibi
ofa asuo a wo kunsu and adeba kwaku amankwa fashion designer omo na pam ade me matade kwa Nigeria ni na bi wapam e wo se me to atade no wo Ghana ha so hwe na me shoe na me boy na kafo pankro no ya na me to no brothers omo ye shoes adabraka bridge no so a okwa won sabonkum so before Alpha Radio e ho na mpanifo e wo e ho na me ye me shoe and say wo be ka je say ye nto ade na ye no ha no in a way eye anka wo kan na ye ni na ye ya anka Ghana ye nsesa we say ne shoe na to na na she no me say a rosary and bromley
na shoe no so kan
rosary me hu ni na
from bag no shoe no so kan
me say hu ni shoe no say obi to be free UK be chem the mu yan say me shoe ni bi ni you get it et me study na hu say papa we ye na dani papa leadership by example me nia I dey na be can say ento Ghana for niam and it is true before so be go UK after Oxford Street no so Rosary and Bromley shop ato atade anampa boa no this house sense can call pounds dem first in to ade wo
of course
dem ma see no dey bia epeda ko soro no ade bia be kwa brocha kodo say ya America say ya Germany obesa ko Europe America obesa ko US Dubai dirhams and dollar anu na mo ye dey omoje sanso na UK so ade pounds eti a moment a ye see no dey bia sesa ko no ebedu baby na dollar na short o say dollar no almost globally or universally accepted medium ya dey purchasing yama enti with that no a time will come obi we ka just need the answer afemeko black market ade 17 cedi and 15 cedi obi se me dey 20 cedi we have no option than to purchase and then go
I see
it is a net minia yam fa say net ye ho ase Ashentadi a what can ha said the no ball captain way automatically and no first one upon your coquank and upon you. What I do to feel very good. And to this consume now upon my Tadiana, what do I know? Sandy Penny Benes Captain Botum. Eddie Biato Biane, Eddie Biabacoma, Eddie Bian and Masuku. Now the original way, Oko London, Oko France. Also, body wears in the papa no ma year into fashion. Italy for France for and other countries here. Minim kakra. I was invested into idea.
I see. You made the point, but you see, what what we say the negatives, you know, and I'm quite not here, but there are some positives in there. And here MPP are buying, what the free SHS buy, which was a fantastic idea. Free SHS, not Mufi, and they say, oh, what about Jomahama, be free SHS more. And then at the first, somebody who said, yeah, the 3.5 billion, free SHS, I got some kenna, and the man, you Bruna War School. I mean, this is clearly a good news for you. Maybe what? Exactly.
The exact amount was 3.5 billion.
3.5 billion.
Do baby cry no or the option be by say. So to me, I just want to be I bet me grab about 4 point something.
Right, 4.1 billion or so. Yeah.
In a year, right?
Yeah.
Now NPP for and then AI at the Roma. Records keeping at the Roma. Monko head you see what NPP. Now a being see that. I will free SHS. I did be able to get so young for an air thing. And no pony the 2.2 billion. And then they in a year. And they say, now catch them, so they call 3.5 billion.
That's good news.
Good news in the PMR. That will be whereby and then young crano every sadi. I did all off. I did Mamika say a papa. And it shouldn't be 3 times the MPP for you set that line or 200. So what increasing the other means and crano every down area and number any another. Can a phrase such as from what Ghana Alphanen and her young woman this is from I clear. She got 2.29 years, you remember dear Biano. And now only increasing almost by times 1.
Right.
You can say a chummy and son, yet the Bakwa account. That is the increment. Now, before so to Sanamon, I went by almost and Canadian and Quay.
I said, I mean,
what's your failure? I don't know with the 4 or move a ding or 8. Analysis now, no, so maybe you should 2.2 billion. And another 7
when it comes to feeding now.
When it comes to
feeding, and
don't forget, 2.42 billion. Now, I'm crying a textbook.
Right.
And cry school fees,
true.
And credit. And crano, a sack of almost say in some schools, almost hospital free. And this and that, oh, catch and say, oh, increases the Canada. That means textbooks now near the moment. Over multiplying by 2. I was saying no more textbooks. And now past questions. You're not for one man. We know what to say now, your man, and crano 1 tablet and so can one.
I am one tablet, of course.
This one, it shouldn't be 1. Because you can only cut times 2 there. I did be a free SHS. It should be multiplied or doubled at least. 1 year crano, 2, never 1/10 ever come.
I see, but wouldn't that be a burden on a bino? Because I mean, somebody did come up. Nobody did not pay you many and a jodia. And then, among Franco Ebranca 2.5. I was a problem. I mean, but 3.5 is okay because at least a best fixing the problem with
not 2.2 fix it.
The black fix not come the amount for Ukraine. What do you mean?
I don't think a medium mantis I should move that. No, free
and your conscience, but free SHS and the NPP. Now, can you complain? Say it running no money.
Very good. And they say, yes,
once a day.
I don't think a bone by 2.
Exactly.
For now, dear. Me not sure say comedy first SHS. A comedy student BM. And 2, at the end of the Miasano, me not sure say for now, and quality 3 years say Kobiama for the 4th runner. Obeka says no. Yeah, man. Surplus, I was a surplus.
Oh, surplus.
Was the kind of account and young classic.
I see.
And young classic at all. And Tim Prem no Cassadian. So 2.2 billion. Upon us, I say we will hear from
you.
Me say ade bia na hyase ede first here run double track and then nyame yadom Yes, see a dynama cover. I'm a single. And then your co school bako. You're no free honoma. Don't forget. First, now grand said Granisa. You're more matter me, you know. None of the 600 days you can yet be a count. And the free SHS student should be expecting, say, I do not know what you know. I was saying, no, times 2.
Of course, say best son.
Sakobasa, assembly, I know.
A command said assembly, Bankobana had assembly about. That was what I said.
Dear Bebanis, I never said, maybe say 2.2 crown, or 2 nephews. So I'm away, no, I could show people too. So, topic can I be the man? I didn't acquire in that. Say your friend in that's what you're saying, that budget. To me, another budget. I see. Let me say this finally enough for your mafia because we share free tertiary education, first year of way, or say your fees are more, and also why budgetary allocation and they are more. The issue of coding, why allocation they are more. Do you foresee, say? This budget is for their bid. A queer more MPP for masturbation. Do you agree to that? I disagree to that. You disagree to that? I disagree. Because I'm not for so many I just say budget way. A no madia more. Momophonia. Mamma more kakra. The me disagree to any say. Obviously will be first year. Of course. I know first year. What the kind ada woman. Now grand they were expecting senka. You bet you have no more. But there's no budget. Even the guarantee? But there's no budget. There's no budget. I understand. I understand. Go your kuchia. When my dear friend overdraft. Meet you. Overdraft. So what in the meet you. Even though there was no budget, but on your promising one day, me come and find me means here. Memang Krana school. So after budget, not my kuchia. Also, Mamuchiano. They will refund our phone muchia. For which year? For first year. Only first year. Of course, first year. I know what you say. Say na me I don't. Now we are man. No, also be a president here. Wow, mommy will phobia first year to the final year level until you complete the school or because school is free. Comparatively, just compare and then contrast. Never near papa. Never near Kababoti Mam for. And to Amunia, we David. Young Kebetua, first year, second year, third year, and then the fourth year. That's the final year as well. So, we had half. What do you know? What made the target? I am not that budget. Do the budget so you don't see anything good about this budget? Not. Me sure good board. No, me sure good board because now me sure say if you look at the budget, almost say they've made and for you with your area, no, mining activities cost you a and I'll ask you this final I can know where we. What shall I say, Mr. Speaker? Will provide a Syria equivalent of $279 million as a revolving fund for the Ghana Gold Board, that is Gold Board, to be able to purchase and export at least 3 tons of gold per week from 3 tons or 3 tons of gold per week from small scale miners. Clearly, which is a more small scale miners, it will constituency because so 3 times per week in India, what it means is that they will sell more gold and get more money. We should have a yama. You can't complain about it. As someone to your Ghana, when I found for Nina track clear 3 days ago, I had this information in Ashanti region. Saying in the forest, machines in now. Minister Kochi and our debayano. Afraid the Empenufo to Sika. I'm with the machines in Nasa Koromu and machines over 44. Really? It is a shame, sir. Budget, and the assembly Baby Tom said, yeah. A friend who said, Ghana for you. Soon I know Musu said, and PP4, and say, forest, and all. A friend I ever win a case here. 3 tons. Almost a small scale miners. What is small scale? Small scale miners are licensed. Oh, yeah, journalists. Mr. Machino, forest no more Baby forest and NDC for a baby sign kwa yebretuano omube so that they can provide or produce that tons. You know 3 tons of gold in a week, not even the 6 months or a year, almost a week. Eh, so I'm off for be yasa Ghana na afina ko bia fa ne sangunity. Forest be a Ghana ha me so me nkase yeso. And this is for betray that too. I'm the excavators. I be boy rem. And I'm using they have planned massively to encourage, and they've even started. Community mining. It does exist. When one can say legalize BBO. One of the working quantity of gold, you bet my product.
But for small scale miners.
Who are no small scale miners?
I'm two small scale miners.
I'm traffic in the forest. I'm hidden forest in him. I want to see one nado many actual Makogum. Menoka said they are there. Most of my drone, Mama helicopter, and call. So the MPP time near Bob buying, and the helicopter, Pamo, Mugano, day in and day out. Yes, some machines, all right. A detail woman, a Tribia, so I'm almost sure so referencing. But another next year, because machines so much and they've released all those machines back into the forest.
Because honorable, me share Adebi wa say Ghana National Association of Small Scale Miners. Kuna maji good board na tum. Say good board ne ba ebe boamo ama omo enoma kra akoyi. Just say no say they are happy about this move. It's gonna say if Aban say this can be called, so the baby start to talk good small scale miners. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
The Kababu one say, "We're in Sassinibi, and now last case a Gugana hay. Here be a amendment. Ya Jens Sassinibi, ya Lacey, ya group the youth of Ghana. This time around, there shouldn't be anything like partisanship. Say, ne obi, I say, the party for any agilies and now mining licenses. Some said they should go and mine. Everyone as because they shouldn't have good board the mandate, but sure good board the mandate. The mandate of the good board, no. They are authorized for the exclusive right to buy, sell, and export all the gold from the small scale mining industry, with rights to buy and export a portion or all of the gold produced by large-scale mining firms. So it's not even about small-scale mining. Even large-scale mining firms. You can't just get up and then call yourself gold buyer. It has a process.
Yeah, but we are buying
legally. I was saying about licenses. Said the licenses. Without the licenses, you can't enter there.
Right.
Without the license, you have no right to buy gold. Not even 1 blade. Or buy local not even 1 blade. On how to acquire or the acquisition of the land. And I'm going to say, everyone, baby, no more drone. I say, I can 1, 2, 3, I go 100. No, I start every 80. We can go to Tassim. The acquisition of the land. How are we going to acquire the land? Omo the land be there to one man. Omo lease say legally after the nipa bet makoso. And so we go the free in the forest American one say say aba. Now that's also a license what they are talk. Now they buy gold board wa. Is that the right way, the best way?
Gold board for the good board for the kwakoto. Enye individual.
I'm Musa question. Gold board as ma.
Board for the kwakoto.
Board for the they have the mandate.
Exactly.
They have the right.
Exactly.
Legally, they have the license to purchase the goods. Now, where are they going to get the gold from? You made mention of the large scale.
Small scale miners.
How many large scale companies are within the country?
The small scale miners as well. Also come.
Small scale miners. And no, and no. Many men this for far. Sebi Kwatikwan. A trouble. The CEO. Mr. Ayisi Martins. Say one of the lazy concession do no more time no ye kitwa bi we buy and before buy the o ma biam bebre legalize it regularization so that obi abenya tumani bia yaman ho aton onko kan ho you haven't commented the idea say we regularize it ajuma no what yes ni to mu straight ayi no mo gold no.
I see.
Source ben no mokoto. Small scale miner be one man small scale. How mokoto gold na free no. And at least and commitment start here for us say oh, you apply your trade large scale miners no. I work Ghana ha. And don't forget every large scale work Ghana ha. Sebi. Aye, I'm on enough for
Yeah.
And do not let no quiet because something shut off.
Okay.
Biana mostly no alluvia no. Normally they don't have interest in working around the alluvia or the buffer zones. That is meant for we the Ghanaians. But once ye knew Akadia Nasa and Krata idea no at the Hokra. And it is the time I was in company for train Krata, come on to company for we say. Timam for ha. Quite the Americans is here. Quite China for go. In a forest or Quite China for go.
I see to the
Etika, this is the time. Young train Krata, come on, we say, Yans are Sinibi. Oh, yeah, why you list? Me to be far. Omo yes omo so community man omo dey no person friend on collective or I've forgotten the name.
Okay.
But omo the title be by.
Okay.
Na ko ye listen dey atoso. Na fe mabuna wa Ghana na ye nya aduma nya no omo akogum na ko bi etubi. Sabre no to gold na free ho no ma 100% kana bom nsama mo ne. So omo ye aduma pa. Na we dey akogina 80 ho. Bia wo se obeto gold. Na do here say every week be out to 3 tons of gold.
Yeah.
Sabi uko riaba. So uko to nso mawu. No bia yi body na to aka gold na fru sama ba. Ne dia ne say when 3 tons of gold.
It's way tell me the galamsey entwawo under NDC because of
me say ne date to ho. Aban way. The era of this Aban way. A better west at MPP for there. I am telling you.
Honorable Medasi. We dey babeko na the budget in there. You think that nothing good has come out from the budget. So there. Come on. It's you come away when I say well last words and Ghana for na a message to a man cancer for ne for no Southwest for you wrap here.
Yo. Kakra my catch Ghana for nyan say enne me ra ho enne many atata nsuo say finance minister mu ya abegina ye nchen aka kire ye say pese o man ni ye yia ye hwe say ye beto Ghana for niam a ye de ensa aye nka in a way or promote the artisans. Now so here's the case some hwemfoni na papa ne ba no from ne soro ebesini form ba kokura no wa oton wo ye mem ha. So with this me ho say eye ndada etima hye timamfo Ghanafoɔ nyinaa sɛ bia nka MPP aban epeja oman no sɛ komo de yɛ kɔ na nnɛ sɛ wotie nsɛm na ɔmo kana mo maye mo date nto so. So, if they are able to do something, even 10%, a car in this Amambeja 2028 as an American. And share ye now you check away Minia can any be away your can 2 3 to me fa konya so ashe Ghana for nyina achia mu ye say now no you no man this for kwasha organize labors achi and organize labor achi say o magu MPP for no ase say omo to galamse adofo dia na akoso anya do so mo na ebeto gold no to bia nkonkwa ya adwuma kana fo odi abufo galamse nteto obeti MPP enne what did you see enne obehu the west of galamse in Ghana. And then again me sha for no Southwest for say omo come to me yam man Kraso Senior High School. If you never come, be did anopa area and number and anado amokoda. By rana near mamu 22 no 44 no, and number 44 no 88. Atrena near team yenu no, and then in budget ya finance officer and now finance minister the buy no. Why increase it by 2 or times 2? Chesa Ghana for SHS for somebody there for your pumpy. Uncle Swa, Mama Asante. You be review, you be trade statement. If you have a moment say San Ada no yan ntum aduane a mudi deserve no se de o mama yati asese chance na be ma wodi wi aro san be half aka ho munkora munkodi mai nyame onshiro bibia
honorable Madasi for that's the member of parliament edema for Anosa West constituency or Ashanti region. Of course, I mean Mankaso Ba, that's where a lot of people know. Only comment and the views on the budget in a very simple set and that budget and for whole but of course then again or should I say yeah first just for no would really give ebe konkan mbodi di peche saro paso mbodi di peche that's the point is making that's the commenter me no on the we are man was okay now
and the video so come
bibi de hina
ke no so mugugu so koko na so mka je se if you chere ko beto na 80 million no o man kan wase
o man koko na se mo I'm not too sure if I remember, but
it's not about you being too sure. You should have stated emphatically. Say if you were channel perko, koko kuyani biya, 1 bag, wait 10 million beto amo. NC.
And only budget.
NC.
Didn't I cannot say another.
In
for Delbesia. Within the Kwesi Park of Wells, my guest, Honorable Elvis Asieduaa. Right, episode 480. The conversation was with the MP for North Southwest. The Elvis Asieduaa na he was clearing his mind. He said, betting no. Every man babuna anka omo farming communities this year no. Ombe jaso maye ekwayo no. Na fe omekutwa bet. Ebi be deka. Anhwe bi kwa benya heart attack na de. I say ebi kra de ka oma bobo sesa de kutwa bet sa yamen kwa na say obaya obeboa binom that's the point he's making about the 2025 budget now and I Ghana man I say what Ghana man team with here we having a conversation about okay so no home na your mama and your sisters mo ene your nuamba mo na ombotre bi omda homa na ebo that's the traded bread no omda homa na ebo bombo tini ade and then you don't see that anywhere these days. Why? Now, I don't can anymore. But then there, a man here Brazilian hair, no man hair, Jamaica hair, Ethiopia hair, Botswana hair, Trump hair. What's happening? Is it that Sa Jana na bono, young man na the bo, itino na nyafe. And when you jagu baby na fe, and then wiggy, you see if be a bone straight. It's not tintin. In general, I just asking the question. And the member non so. More money is a pana. More pana. And I say, Mope, look at that this morning. Now, maybe phone lines now. The enjoy the conversation. Cosmetology examiner or NVTI. And everybody come out about the braids and make. And for those of you who don't know what I'm saying, braids live in the also no. And they ahuma. And they're born with Afro. Come on. Well, Afro is still there, by the way. But particularly, we share the traditional hair and hair now. You really see them. A man of wigging in, more. Cecilia Hammond, our Homanaso, or your cosmetology examiner, or NVTI. Auntie Z,
hello.
Auntie Z, let's say.
Kwando me hoye na wo so
anti se nyadom yen so ye hoye pa na we de ye hwe se ene ne dikan those days na ye de ahoma na bo etini ade na fata man kama ye ma me ye sisters mo ne ye girlfriends mo no munya ye bi fast forward and the wig any hwinshisha man for team and ye use question is how did we get here? Then I buy into my young man jay. Somebody who bomb jay see and a wig ne bone straight hair and one Jamaica hair ne Brazilian no use. Then they see it, then they buy.
Yo, meta was na mama for na so asking anope. Or akonya with the mami. Say about a serious size a walk kana. Atusa but and to he said, first, a home trainer na ye bono. Na ye friend a single plate, a woho, and less. A woho da, and I assign about any. And I na ye walk after, a so. Ye no na ye be free, your friend are so poor. And no woho. And I na ye walk tentacles de ahoma boa no na ya bom mesa e wo mfimfini asan de ahoma na be boa no e na ya san wo kon ro e wo ho e na alata e na ne wo teku aso ni nyina no ensesan na area se ne ko nanim no e ma ama ene efo no so e pese omukọ onwani bi
enti omo share wig no ajizi just omo share Brazilian hair ne wig na de no just omo so mu ko ni mu abrabom ti no omo yeza
me pacho de bi eno de ye ka me se ano omo ka me se ahopem to aso aba
I see
because omo hu ni se first ye no ahoma na ye de bo no ye bo a ebe ye omo ya but we have omo eye locks no asiefu no omo kotia eti se de ye de ahoma abui so eti pen na ube fili sa de ahoma abui sa na locks na asiefu na wo kotia no ebe ye amount na ene no first so na ye wo ekuma ye titwi eti a ye frɛ no oja benku ni ekuma se brema he ya na obenya biato ye was stretch comb bi wo a eno de na bofo na de aba ye de atwi eti no natural wo de twe a na abeta ne peme no but ene opportunity na se ne kakra bi pe o si mi ye meti bi me ye natural ne so a ontumi njae no natural sa natural so ka natural hair na wo ka de nku kan ye hwe kan but wo be hu no ode nku akofem so opese mu ye mre wo ye sa wo nye natural no eti o ja ni ti bi so ye natural no akofa bro ni die no abese so na se aye isi amano
I see it's ye de na enye papa na ye de na ye no na enye papa na
ye papa mekasa na ye papa any side effects bien so bia any eche
na broni de ni susan so we chiri broni de ni susan so we chiri
ene de no
broni de na bofo de nom da be susan so we chiri
ai se bit se frontal ya be ye de shower who se wa se artificial what the way ga show ti e ma wo se nipa na ti no ba obeyi no na ni tire ni mu nyina
I see
yes
I see it's in terms of the cost no ye de na ye no as against abofo de then expensive
abofo de ni expensive abofo de no e board ni pa yes ye na ni e di ensaye no na efe se ye pa he salsa ye friend no creativity wo de won sa ene wa twene ye bi it is already a tete salsa na ya hume ya ena ya yi tini ena na ye bi obi ni mi kra ye sa se bobo ni nteku asa nteku no so kakra na dia homa pass ya sano kakra na efuba efe abefu wonya afro ena so race no ni abema ye bobi din e boy wa oyembe so
hey it's you know the question now is and no man akade na ye ti dada no and that's ho say na person go back na ye a ye betimi aye sa ahoma black bi na de bono e bi da so ho
in fact 5 years maybe and in 5 to 7 8 years abesne kon MVC I signed the by it's not ye use ahome ye the ahome what is the style no practical test ne be ba no na eye tete esi ye no na omo request say ye be to say afro ya making ye Rolex wo ha Rolex nkete ya home ya ye de pamade you tell her for the pamade no omu wi a na etre ye for ya koje na ye de asese tire no nketwa wi a na ye wa fin bi wo ho o pinko na oti yi sa ubenya afro hair no ye wo bi so ni e brand no massive curl oh yeah and so let's think it was now the one sa atete o tete na o style ubewi na ye kama but then the wo posa wo kwa ko tori get sa and na nya be ma me cancel no the boy no koso
come in a boys no common chimpa na say no o so much chimpa because o kwa ko chimping na get na be say oh me pe one hair onye bi ma onye bi ma adizi asemo it is a say ano kasamitio
se maka be fasiti ye ni ambe mamo a
oh sa me no mai den bitie ya ye den
ye boye ti ana mo fe o juma yere
oh I see.
People now walk out and in fact, you have to say hairstyles to my
amazing. Yeah, amazing.
And once a month with piano.
I see. It's also because I'm not man kahubi. And a man who says, "No, I'm far foreign hair no, Edio Mutino." Wow.
Sir, Obia Charity, Obo Home Person didn't come back on it. Opeso, or yet, Masha, Mr. As will be one of us now, the American and him now. Why you 3 years are now, then and now, some of that camp out in Hono.
Oh,
Ubo say, Ufi, not old drink, say, Uncle Baby, and Meswas, and I am a catastrophe. But put me now maintaining. Now we are not for to tell for you pass all the natural hair, yeah. And as a hairstyle, Miss Wunyet, and then the Tiare. Apart from that, say we
yeah.
If you were also swap, because in Kuna, ya deke can you a pay it nothing. It's nothing talk no, a pay. It's a beer in Kuna, a penetrating room. Na e koma te se ra honam no
yeah
e fe e beja utiare e beja wani yare uti anye ye kra wa sonso be sia kan ho se be sisi nti se ye fa ye for ye tia ko fa ye te se hair style na enke be boa ye ti let's travel radio phone ya mu promote ye te ni o ma no e ma ye ewe wana nanka bi adako mo ma ye se na ye te hairstyle we
yeah
mo pedi na ye te bebre mo na mo se obebia te se den kai Friday way so maybe a Friday ni ye te hairstyle me wan kam mo sa so woku ye te kwa yi say na kwa e proper na sorry na ye ma mi
oh
and they who take Kuasa. This are faster, and I okra no one who you are there.
And I him in a share week. Oh, when I gave me some more grabber with no mean I share week in me.
If I
say, Nana him in our for no mean I share wiggy. So I'll come.
Oh, which others in crying? Which others in crying? No, my can you will know when you move a then so with the bracket, then I am next. It could be a sunny.
It could be a sunny. I want to have a deno. It could be a sunny.
And I see a year with words to know, and no correct can, Miss Verma. A hygiene.
And this is a problem.
Me a sign for far. Ebe boy.
Ebe boy wo.
Every year they about that, but most so one. Na the ubona kwetri.
Matiasie. And this, let us say not pay. Yeah, that's it. You brought back some a lot of memories. Eddie Amaye. Say Eddie Ahumani be boy. It's very key. Now, Antisaka said, a man no more kahubi. And a man say a man. And monka say why you fe monka sa na ka say watch my here dia
no say you cry my area
what ka say watch my here dia then I be say okay watch my here say watch my here say e buja for that is your pay better santisi better so santisi can there a lot of side effects whether even the fire ones say and they so team go betimi to criminal use, you know, it mean every routine, you know, the pulse in the hair, no. Was there, you know, and to code them, so the back will roam in that day, which I'm in the area, which I'm also seeing, anti-sacking, anti young man, a best a bay yanka. I got this month of a my chidi, young boy home, I say, the base side of baby nanka, young quay chinkofa. It's part of our identity, our traditional identity, and again, in regional and the American regional own difference because I mean, I share. What can I say? Brazilian hair. You never know the difference. But back in the day, you obviously tell by the looks, the hairstyle of a hair garden in the bottom, and the browning will be no difference there. Clearly, the way you're gardening, where you're browning. But then you're not seeing all those things. You know, you're kaka when you're Ghana busumi muria. You're kaka when you be yeah. And I know that the buy now my bokala, na my phone tiasi. I don't run in the edge. I the bokala the pay. Where recorder? Why this one the no ma? You know, na go for bebre. I brought back a lot of memories and I'm from the gym. So let us do some of these things. Now, young man, let's I mean commend them. Yeah, young boy, my basso. Then catch up more fair. Got a man off your power. Then I'm catching credit. Say, get number. You're sweet. I'm gonna come on your brutal. It's a bomb tisa now. They compliment you. I guess I watch my area and the Bible book out for 4,000 and 5,000. See. I had a debate now. Make quite the for Genti college say, make a choice. Over say, or buffer now, or call SHS. So 20-year party and also back a year Genti college. And yan on crown, Mama Kobe, my SHS and I'm fairly and I'm passer. Almost media classes so I'll make brow at some year. Prepare you well for the WASI exam. And also be cut. Now, Mama Beko secondary school holiday is just no holiday. Science, your course business science, visual arts, agric science, business, general arts, home economics, need on your you know, for Form 1, Form 2, Form 3 students in our registration cost more than so the corona fee, we don't be dim come. More free hostel accommodation and very serene environment. Mamu feature a banner be our tamale, ebia or be or baby, ebia or taka de one time, or water regional for their baby. Bar or mama hostel facility are between me and Kama. They've been in the system for over 10 years and a more system. Now, a year in Crown Coaches, I'm so there. But who can be fairly? Only now more pass Kama because I check for a chance for another year. Then be on between me a pass. It was for Omo Kumewu in Quanta, or Ashanti region here. Make up 20 college, Omo Kumewu Quanta here in the Ashanti region. From one to pay on 0243 721 659 0243 721 659 and at 0597 064 048 0597 064 048 Bomodia so be free a joint college na fee we ba no so person nurse be doctor no ono so wait me because obenya the correct grade for the various courses. And I may catch them. Say University of Education at the Aba. Over about 200 students. We call first year or team pass. Yes, like your munina. GPA less than 1.0. And that's a bit terrible. Which is a crano. We need a good foundation now. Or call university. For on-team performance. You look at Genti College. Which you perform at the map. We also make Kasky. We assess an episode called ABI University where a degree or butcher. And now, okay, masters or MPhil, PhD, make up for Express Group at the amount and the Europay. Also call Canada, UK, Australia, USA, Germany. When I saw the call a Express Group Kumasi almost affordable what about Accra. Almost first like Kanashi. Okwatema almost come to 18 Lashibi. Bengal filling station in Tamale. Ayana building that's close to the Tamale Teaching Hospital. Takradia. Market Circle. Opposite Hot Ernesto Fast Food. Ben the Takradi Library. You know, and pay Bomana for Express Group on 055 555 0067. 055 555 0067. And 0249 000448. 0249 000448. Episode 4. And me dey and the Jew no ABC because about 9 na very soon entertainment ebeba. Me dey at the Kwesi Park Wilson. I'll be here this morning with a Kia. Now for Monday, never say about with another edition of OBT. For now, entertainment is up next. Have a good morning.
TGIF, thank God it's Friday. Ebusia mamache kwaba. And then so fiada fufra yatna say sadia yene dana. Yedi OBT entertainment ebe sumu anase yedi ba makwemu. Bidide na nama intifo anope yene mahana ena ebedi nkomo. Nenyum ena echagu yene ma. Good morning.
Good morning, Mama.
Pipacha
radia domune mumpa ebunti.
Ma uko na jidi ana say uko different cancer.
Me pacha debi o.
Adukunta mi bi say wa hu sesi no. Say wa bo duku wa hye white no.
Pacha Bible say abofo ntie nkata yet.
Na uko asore ba yankasa.
Pacha house of blessing.
Oh, okay. Okay. Tie ni jidi ne different cancer ni twa kan bia.
Pacha debi.
But momo kata muti.
Pacha wan.
Okay. Du fiada mu hye fita na.
Pacha ye hye fita.
Mushe fita fiada.
Mpacho.
Moko asoro musum fiada na memenda.
Mpacho ye sum memenda.
Okay. Okay. Musum memenda.
Mpacho.
I see. Te mo kwa obi a hye fita.
Mpacho asafomano de opesa wo hye no tumi hye. Ba edikamfo ne wo mu de wo se obi afa na fade fufu. Mpacho sa.
Sa so ne hye de ho se anase hye ne da ho se ya fade efita o se mebunu na ewo mu na obi o bia so mo de church o mu se
me pacho no koresa
na ade na obi tumi hye na taresa
mpacho de tie ne se Ewurade de obi apede amam ti nkyerɛkyerɛ ne beba ne opese woye no Ewurade nso am obi akwan a eye obi apɛ ti do ba bi a yejai onipa epede mam cho sanity
say wura sumbie mu ana say wura baby a obi a won nhihye a odi so nti say waje atum say obekasa akọ no ana so som no ho a o say odi nhihye ne omo afade ensoso
ana pa cha ane but
jade no obi hye ne de
mpacho de ma obi hye ne de no obi wo ho ana o mete nkyerɛkyerɛ na se bebre
okay
mpacho what yes mpacho sanete na de wo wura som ni mu a ohu se de nkyerɛkyerɛ ni sitie obefa na fade ni mpacho sanete
mmema no so hye jalabia fita na se omo no so hye atarebe
mpacho omo hye jalabia
okay omo hye cheka ho
mpacho de
ento man kwa na eboduku maya no so boduku no bi
mpacho hane mo franket wanya
boduku no I see enu nkan nkomo no ho wafade ntina asa nkomo no ebeto mu no ma hana obi kasa ma hana wo kire wase kakra wo ye hwan
mpacho se obi busa se ma hana mpacho ma hana ye onipa urade afa ne so de enuma ye frɛ no enyema honten aba abonten mpacho sana obi hwehwɛ ma hana mpacho obi hu
nti enyom to no ehyaase free da ben asorbe mpo na wo hyaase asore we ya na ewu tu mana
mpacho da bi na mekɔ Assemblies of God mpacho Assemblies ni muana ekwa asori a yetoto nyumu nkakra na urade adoma ode enyumu to adoma chede no ekan hu bacho sana ete
tumnyum to ahyese no ehyase wa Assemblies
me pacho
se awore na de kopie asori a wom sese mu ana
me pacho mekanise
I see na untumi entina Assemblies ni mu ento onyom
me pacho metimi ato menyum wo hode nanso baby a mpanimfo se baby a odwa ejina no pacho hona ne pasoji
to daddy wo hode a se
me pacho
no eno anu no mommy wo share nyom to na se no asori na wo record na asa asori na wo gina enim to nyom se na wo kano na kwan be na fa so afi wo betu pia abonten ma ene ye hu dia ya bo ne TV so
me pacho de ma epi abonten no ye me maame bi e frɛ no mama every na urade fa ne so de nyom ne ba na ohwe voice ekuta me no o se urade timi fa ne so na nyom e ba abonten eno na nam so ama urade e de mepie abonten se me meye adwuma na wa frɛ emu nipa no nso nipa chot sanete
enyum edikan a aba abonten ni ana
me pacho ane na me pacho urade adawro ma se urade famo so na aboafo so ma bebre wa akira urade be fa ye nso asande ababi
ya hwe obi ase o hya ase a ekukuhwe ase o ho otutututu bia na wanya aboafo na wato egu bebi wo so de ne hya ase sen wodi ka tutututu bia wanya aboafo nti eno no age egu ana se de awdu pie na na yetumi a record no wodi ka atutu bi
me pacho nyum ne de ya toto bebre egu ho na de urade adoma me de bi abonten anyway
wodi pie di be sei
me pacho nyum ne pie 1st October 2024
okay last year
me pacho
na pie no etisen nkofo esi som
me pacho sani amete no anyum ne mo nsem no eye nipa de nti se ebetumi akona animu a eye mo nso na urade be fa mo so ama anyum na tumi akona ni
ti wo manager na
me pacho
to no so mu a odisika hye mu a
pacho
wo hwe sani a abedure bi a penpenso abedure a wo hwe a wodi weni bu a say sika be sesei
pacho sika ne de mint ni mbodi bebre
okay so wonwuma edikan a wo de aba ni na nwumu e ba na asa e bia se nkoi bebre na asa nkofo antin bebre ama abemubuo bi aba kakra na
me pacho mabemu de emui ise ade bi asese ne eyete ena ewurade nsa wo mu ade nyina mu etumi yiye timi ni wogide onyankopon mu se ne wahya ase ni wo hyenyuma pa ase no ode kwa wie ye pa nti me mama be mu e wo se me pem komani na me kofa me nkonimudi abotere
enwum na waye se wo ye na asabi wodidi ho ana se wo adwuma foforo bi a wo ye
ipacho adom adwuma no me wom
yo sofo
ipacho
okay
ena mpacho osoro de enwum to achede no so abekam
to wo to nwum ne se ebeboa na wo de afa so aka nyame asem ana se wo to nwum no se wo de begigi nkofo ni ana wo to nwum ne se ebefa so di sika brel
ipacho de nti ameto nwum no se ebehye ewurade din ani ma foforo nso ohaw bi da won so amane bi da won so no se ewurade fa ye nso na nwum ne tofom na wote nwum ne mu nsem a enwum no mu nsem no betumi amade waye na dwen se oye ne ho bone kora no wajai kise enidaso eni ewurade ne pacho sanete
se waka se aside music no wo yanya me adwuma wo preach wo kanya me asem yesa na waka na esa aside music no de wo ye wo kanya me asem I see enti nwum no we e bae no edi sika kakra ba
me pacho emphasic bia emma
emu wa be munso
me pacho de bi
obi afa so aka se ma hana anaso odifo ba hana wonwum yi bae metie mu nsem no nwum no etumi asakra me wo kwan bi so anasa etumi acheche me re wo kwan bi so ana wonya bibisa
mpacho eno de rade adawroma metini bebre e wo masum se se metimi kwa metimi benye ma ho oden ntini ade a me ye bia wo se mehwe ni ye na me ho sese me dana me sore kora eye urade nti nsem no de urade adom meti bebre pacho sanete
ura enyum to no mo sha se wo record ya bia ba abontin e de pa na esi wo sa wo jani ni mu a obeka se ade wo ye esi nti ama ma be mebu ana se ama menum ho kra se mebeto nyom
mpacho de esi ye ne eto da bia ye beko se ye ko record obato ye se anyeye ye besa to bi anyeye ye besa to bi ba na me wogidie se ebeyeye fisa ade bia wo koso ayem edi nkunimudie ba nti mabemu emu ana se o hwe ne na mefemu na
frustrated
we obi a obeka se me kura anwum no me na nto bi na anwum na meto no me nto mfa mame eto de ase osoro nyankopon ni monyam ofre adwuma no bebre na wofre won ti se wabo medin afre me bidia e wo se me ye na adwuma fra koma ne adwene mu e de ye na adwuma se de osoro nyankopon pem
no mo ka se ukostudi no mo ka se wo to ye anyeye san betu bi ma e wo voice no e na na chemato e wo ho a wo to ya mfa na se sound engineer no ana e den ya
eno ane se me pa che amfa nti ye be kofofo
fa no ubisa se den na amfa me voice na enya da na se mo sound na mo ntumi an recording yi
mpacho mi busa osema koye rehearsals foforo bra
that is a voice nya na
voice no de eye awon ade bia wodi kan aye e wo se e ba abonten a enimonyam wo mu mpacho sa na me engineer na em se na ohia se enyum ne to fom na mpacho obitia hu se enyum atofom pacho sa na meti
na chese onu no chese bia ukogina ho akoto a se woto no wotra sunsun bie ni echiri nti no wo san ye kasa san ekoye ni bie mu a wo kwa den na mo na wutu ansa wasan akọ studio wo sa wo kọ
ba cho metua na mo wo empaye mu na metua na mo nso wo adesua mu because ade bia wo pese wo ye no sua eye den a me pa cho obehu
to sheda akọ ye fast na kọ bom pae na wasan de akọ tentam ye se anye ye san brebium
en sheda enye fasting bia because empaye Awurade asem ne adesua mu etumi ma ne yawo ye bia no etimi wie peye ena nipa bia no tene ni abrabo na wo a edu ba bia enya akwanchi ni bebre at the moment ya wo nipa dua no ho bete no asem biara obebie wano aka bia osoro nyankopon so edemo na mpacho minya aboafo nso a mama Evelyn no she me nkuna ase mama ko wanimu na Awurade be ye dadwuma mpacho sana eti
wow ebusiafo yane mahana na edi nkomo no oyo gospel musician minim say obaka say na mahana oyo hwan obadaben afi ne waba enwum no nso ede nti eno anse yeyina yebesom na ya support yentie mahana enwum ahode mahode ba ko emra na yensanto nkomo no so
Passons bêtier, mais pas ni bébé. Passons bêtier, mais pas ni bébé, nyamina ye. Aye, radina ye. Aye, 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 audio. Unyamaye ya, aye, maudi. Unyamaye ya, aye, audio. Unyamaye ya, aye, maudi.
Hana, and you made the pa. Oh, recording you now. Oh, Assemblies of God are sorry, no one as I know was sorry. I was
sorry, I know me winning.
But say how Buduku. You know, ask me who say where you would see so why you make up kakra. I watch the lashes in and what master them in him said, and ka Muboduku and no pass.
He said, "It do baby so." I did what I hear or say. Na near o pass away no. Unto me nyanisa. Nti eba se o se me dane me ho kakra. Obi ya nim me da.
Okay.
Mpacho nti se wo hu me se ma ha na wa hye ni tirim. Ena nwum to adwuma ni mu. Ebi e wo se urade di wugina no. Enya me da de yo nwum no na wo se Mama, yes, I mean.
Some young so they can ya me asem akre afoforo. Enti so where you tisu na ha wakata wuti na wo kwase mo asoro wo se mo kata muti a na wo di preach akre afoforo na where you tisu unhu se ekwan bi so no e ka akre afoforo wa asoro no mu tisu ne mebunu ne se
omumme o muti so.
Sa na e kam. Wo sofo asoro afra we twi wani mu ana.
Oh. Echumeni kakra.
Echuweni kakra. We ya album ana say single.
But I single.
See wo ni da so say ana say me no ka say kra e bi sign for sign nam kwan so a mo ye hu adwuma na.
Mpacho an bebre na.
We ba ya sani ankofo afa no na na say o maso mu no ase unkwan say fofra wo de beba no so betumi akoyi.
Me pacho. Maybe me wo ni da so Kristo se Ewurade be ma enipa ne aboafo aso ise enyama hoode
anu mu de
Ewurade ahode
Ewurade ahode na betumi ade a atwe aboafo na ba ma besom
me pacho
na afoforo edi esan to so no
me pacho betumi omotimi aso mama
dia ewe kwan so a wo de ba no eno so ya single na se album
mekane se yasha process na se nti mintu minka se ye singa na album
a surprise yenhwe enyum to ne asofudie se usan ye D4 ba ebrebe na utumi edekobo mpaye ede ya kwanchi di ma wa sorma na usan tumi nya ekwan ko studio record nyum
Mpacho studio hono ye ebra enye ebra me de ye mpaibo me ko obra edano ye nshie
okay
Mpacho
so okay adwuma ne mienu abomu no enye den
Mpacho ne den a enye mame ne se Ewurade na eye na adwuma enye adwuma na enye madwuma
okay chenye wan ho den
Mpacho de
Mahana social media nyumi ye wo digital platforms ahodo no so ana
me pacho
hine wo
pacho wo YouTube TikTok Facebook ne the other channels ni nyina me pacho ko hwe ho a Mahana ministry
wo handle social media handles edin a wo de wo ho den
pacho
Mahana ministry and now across Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, baby. Mahana, yada sipa se obaye. Minim ye call say o final words bi na sa same bia opese o catch your fans any tissue wasor mani ahwefo ina.
Pacho masemo ame wo kan se me dia seda mum be mamo. Se Ewurade ya adom moto mo nsafre me na mo je me wo fe so. Ya babia na odura ye besiri mpo akero Ewurade nso nhira mo na de me pese me kan nyina ne se Ewurade nso mfa mo so na enwom no enko nanim ti se program bi wo Oyerepa ana se dwumade bi wo ho a eye enwom toofo e wo se mo invite me amabi mapu se Ewurade mfa mo so na me nso Ewurade mpagya me nsi baby yenem de me pese meka na de meka bi emne se mama Evelyn baby obia oso nyankopon o nhira no Ise enka ono betumi ato. Ba wose awurade mfa me so na awurade mpagya me. Ti osoro Nyankopɔn so onhyira no. Na mechia me producer nso. Okatachie Nyankopɔn onhyira no pa. Se awurade afa ne so no ama ne ho kwan na oto ne sika gu wo me ho na na be mumuye. Awurade nkoso onhyira no. Na me maame ata so mechia no. Na mechia me nua bare ma apia ne me nua baaba ida. Mata ne ne manyina me kunu ne abusua ne asafo mani nyina. Ede wosuru nhyira ede ma wo ma no pɛ. Abonko so amfa mpai bonta mechi na ne awurade pese ode me ye no. Mfa me nkoduru bɔhye asase so. Ye ne de me pese meka. Na de meka kakra ne se etiefo ne ahwefo no. Ne ya wonam mo bia na nya wa ho odin. Eya awurade ho odin. Ti sutie shin biara onua bi wo mu no mani mo na bem. Oyaw atete e wo suni abenedi ani pefemu no. So hu se nya wa ho odin a awurade ne yeboafo. Ti ya ma ye ho kwan na awurade ankasa meboa ye. Pacho me da se awurade nso nhyira.
Yes ya da se papa pase obae ma hana anase odifo ba hana na ye kwede me kai se edakosia da eda enimu ya ye 16th March 2025 ye na ye ko yendi Bethel Methodist Society eho na ye hye ye sofo na se ye induction service ede ama yankasa ye sofo very Reverend Van Dyke ose nyame Jennifer ekununu no madam Jennifer ekununu no oye sofo nti very Reverend Van Dyke ose nyame ye induction service ede amano ewo Bethel Methodist Society yendi eho na ye hye no sofo na se ye induction service no ede amano nti ye nyina ye beko na afi ekwa akotai osofo echi na otumi aye nyame dwuma no ema na ye na Jennifer so ye kase edwuma na wafa no ejuma papa se waje atum se obayo sofo maame no enkopon na ema ho ahoden na untumi enfanku enko wonim na mefa happy birthday ema Mrs. Efia Ajewa afo oye hairdresser wo ejuso krapa befi ukunu Mr. Afo wo Mrs. Efia Ajewa afo oye hairdresser e ejuso krapa efi ukunu Mr. Afo ose yanka nche ose odo pasa so na nran so na ye ofakojo birthday ofakojo ewo edum Hello FM echiwa one otonton interior boutique oye boutique edewo nti ofakojo efi sister Betty me Linda ene ebusuan nyina na yese yama belated happy birthday onyankopon show na ontinenim enchita oye gina so na ye de OBT entertainment ya de besomu ene fie no esi sometime oto echampon on sports crew no etwa so edit today sports atwa so ya guest ayen wo fie ha eye ma hana ya damwase amu manusha brow